definitely know what's going on. I'm your in-arena host, T.I. I got my main man with me, DJ Palmo. You know what time it is. Only the best of the best with me. That Mexican OT, Max O'Cream, Ken the Man, and Saucewalk. Let's get it.
Hey yo, let that Mexican OT. Got the crowd going wild. Green shot for the three. HOUSTONROCKET, that's me. You can see my jersey hanging, that's the I mean. Beats estimated, I mean. In the pearl white Escalade, looking real clean, hopping out with diamonds all in my teeth. Yes, I've been running on them, I've been dunking on them. Yes, I've been stunning on them. Lately, I've been going crazy, OT, been ballin', better put that number on them. Plus City.
Hey, Palmo, you know what time it is. Only the best of the best with me. That Mexican OT, Max O'Cream, Ken the Man, and Saucewalk. Let's get it.
Let that Mexican OT. Got the crowd going wild. Green shot for the three. HOUSTONROCKET, that's me. You can see my jersey hanging, that's the I mean. Beats estimated, I mean. In the pearl white Escalade, looking real clean, hopping out with diamonds all in my teeth. Yes, I've been running on them, I've been dunking on them. Yes, I've been stunning on them. Lately, I've been going crazy, OT, been ballin', better put that number on them. Plus City gon' up the score, all of you to KJ break the backboard. Plus City gon' up the score, all of you to KJ break the backboard. Let's go. Swing bang, do the middle pole. Red rider, they do the most. Outside of Texas, throw up a phone. People in my rocket, it's moving slow. I'm a country boy from the third coast. I'm fresh as death from head to toe. All you gon' hear is roll. Okay, let's go, let's go.
Rapping, I had dreams of shooting baskets. See my homie in the casket, retaliating, shooting ratchets. Made a life 360 like the white when he played for the Magic. Chase your dreams in life. You got a passion, reach, I go and grab it. Do it for my city, I put Houston on the map. New Zealand, Australia, Portugal, get paid for my rap. Elijah won, feel like I won his diamond rings back to back. Money tall like y'all millions off the back like T-Mac. Lost my brother, it motivated me to go harder. Houston, Texas flexing, arm in the rim like Vince Carter. I was Larry passing bird. Me and my team was Jalen Green. On stage, rocking crowds that rolling loud, I made the lead. Can't put my back against the wall, if it's pressure, you gotta show me. I done seen the greatest feel like AI when he lost the coach. So I put Texas on my back and I got Houston in my pocket. Playing with them Astros, I keep a Houston rocket.
I'm real to the game, ain't no acquaintances. They ain't holding me, top.
I'm from the city of dreams, Cadillacs on lean. Y'all mean in the post of the pop trunk screen. Championship diamond rings, shout out Hakeem. Speakers dream, shake the block when we hitting the scene. Pretty women do they dances when you score like Francis. Jalen Green from the three, when the watch starts splashing. When the countdown done, rockets take off blasting. Kenyon Martin Jr. Duncan, that's a lethal assassin. R.I.P. to Kobe, Kevin Porter Jr., that's a Naruto Shinobi. Playing like McGrady, fourth quarter, drop 40. Calvin Murphy in a shiny suit, cameras rolling. Kitty Smith in the rolling. Gliding in the Tesla, I done nicknamed Drexler. Tipper-T the type of money, I'm just trying to live better. Steak and shit from Landry's, watch the Rockets beat Miami. Louis Scola at the foul line, these boys can't stand me.
Chop Shop and Mint Mobile have partnered together to bring you some good news. And the good news is that Mint Mobile's cell phone service and wireless services are here, and they're here to save you money. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services as low as $15 a month. That is right, $15 a month. That means you are still keeping your same speed, you're still having the same coverage, you still are able to use the same data that you use, but for the low price of $15 a month. Switching to Mint Mobile is totally easy. I mean, they've made it so easy. You can literally download your SIM card. They have an eSIM card program. You're able to download a SIM card to your phone, and immediately within like 15 minutes, you can activate that SIM card and have a new line with Mint Mobile. For a special limited offer for our Chop Shop viewers, you can get the Mint Mobile services, the unlimited services. That's usually $30. You can get it for $15. That's 50% off. You're saving 50%. You're going to get the unlimited service for Mint Mobile for only $15 a month. Think of all the stuff you could do with a little bit of extra money that you save from your cell phone bill in your pockets. You can go to Rockets game. You can, take your family out to eat. Like I said, nobody should be paying this much for cell phone services in 2023. The technology is too good for that. So make the switch today. Make the switch today. Go to the link in the description of the video. Support the channel. Check out Mint Mobile as we're partnering with them, and we're going to keep dropping that heat.
Sengun working on Roby. Oh, fakes the ball. Oh, you what? Not in the middle of the pass. Oh, and then the hezzy, the bucket and the foul. To stop it, Sengun draws both big men. Was he showing off, throwing them arms? Sengun slams it down. Split two. Going up. Luka Doncic. Oh, my goodness. Sengun stands on my.
Can you hear me out there? Let me know.
Left Zach Collins melting in his wake.
Appreciate everybody.
Takes it back to Turkey with his left hand and short face.
What's good? Let me see. Oh man, I forgot to turn that down. Good looking out. Good looking out. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? My bad, I was rushing trying to get promos in. It's a live stream. Y'all know how it is. Don't nothing ever work out how it's supposed to be. Can y'all hear me out there? Let me know. Can you hear me out there? I'm good. I'm good. What's happening, CSGs? Man, I've been doing a lot of stuff trying to get my setup back up right. I'm back in the house. I'm out of the I'm out of the garage in the heat with my dog. I finally got everything situated in my crib, man. So we back to a normal live stream, man. Appreciate everybody for joining us. And like my boy said in the promo, Frank, that everybody needs to try Mint Mobile if you haven't already. Get the cheapest wireless service in the business. All you got to do is hit the link in the description for trymintmobile.com at the Chop Shop, and you will get half off of your monthly subscription. Go ahead, hit the link if you want to make a switch to the Chop Shop and help support the Chop Shop, man. We trying to do it. We trying to do big things, man. We just trying to keep the bills paid and the things going on, man. But yeah, like I said before, man, we're gonna be looking at the Chop Shop Pop Tree in-depth look. And the reason why I chose this topic, man, is like a lot of people are really stuck in like tank mode or silence mode, and it's just not the fans like collectively in the league. You hear people saying stuff that's like, oh, they not gonna do nothing, they tanking, or they just too inexperienced, they do this, they do that, they picked up bad habits. But the thing is, bro, I don't think people really realize the impact that Udoka is going to have, because he came from the pop tree. He came from the pop tree. Am I stuttering or anything? Let me see. Let me check. I think I might have a what's the name on. Okay, we good. We good. The video feed straight, bruh. Is the video feed straight? Can y'all hear me straight? I was trying to rush. But yeah, like I said, people really is not understanding how much better we're going to look as a whole, as a collective, as a team, because we have an adult in the room and we're no longer trying to tank. We were absent of vets. We was absent of a good coach. We was absent of a culture. And now that we done brought all of these factors in, I think the poor basketball we've been seeing for the last 3 years, I think that's totally out the door, bro. And we gotta have to clear up a lot of misconceptions about the Rockets and about how we're gonna look this season. Because fans, I see it in the comments, I see it on Twitter, I see it everywhere, bro. That, oh man, we got to do this. These guys are gonna be like this. These guys are gonna be like that. But people don't understand. I know it's not gonna be able to just snap our fingers and flip a switch and everything is going to be everything and we're going to go on and win the championship in year one or anything like that. But the product on the court is going to look substantially better, bro. And that's mainly because our coaching, Udoka and the coaching staff that he put together. And I'm going to go through the pop tree and note some of the people, the coaches in the league presently that coached under Pop Tree, and it's a couple of GMs that people probably don't know was under Pop, that came up under Pop. Some people don't know Pop, he was a GM before he was a coach. He was the GM of the Spurs before he was even a coach. And there's some guys that came up under his tutelage being general managers, and we got general managers around the league also that's under Pop. And let's look at the Pop tree to begin with. You see, of course, we got Pop in the middle. Let me take down my graphic so y'all can see everybody. Okay, we got Mike Brown. Mike Brown was under Pop. Budenholzer, he won a championship under Pop. Monty Williams, you know, he was in the championship and he was under Pop. Steve Kerr, of course, we know his legacy. 4 championships, and he played under Pop. And he was like some type of executive under Pop before he went to the Phoenix Suns. And he was the general manager over there before he started coaching. He kind of took the similar path as Pop. He was a general manager. Then he transitioned to a coach. No, it wasn't with Phoenix, but he ended up going with another team, the Golden State Warriors, and he became a coach. And the rest is league history. He won 4 championships. Yeah, he had Steph Curry, one of the best ever shooter in the league, but he had to implement a system. Like, if you went back and watched some of Frank's videos about the Golden State Warriors, the way Mark Jackson had him playing, and then the way Steve Kerr had him playing, it was like a night and day system. He brought the best out of them. And, of course, we got Doc Rivers. He won a championship. Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, he had a big 3, but still, he did win a championship. And now we got the Memphis Grizzlies coach. He's under Pop. He was under Pop as well. We got Sean Marks, the GM for the Nets, and we seen how the Nets done pivoted. And after the Durant trade and the Harden trade and the Kyrie, they done pivoted to where they look like they was going to be a middle of a pack team, but now they got assets after assets to where they can recoup and get a better squad in the near future. He was under Pop. And we also got one of the GOAT GMs of Sam Presti. He came up under Pop. So the idea that we're going to look like we've been looking the last 3 years is not going to happen. Yeah, it's going to take a little time, but we're going in the right direction by, of course, hiring up the top right, but with the arrow, Ime Udoka. And he was in the championship squad with the Boston Celtics. The Pop tree is actually a proven tree. You can actually make a case, because look at all of this. Look at these guys, prominent figures in the league that's been under Pop and actually turned franchises around, actually drafted good, actually did everything in team building. We seen Sacramento with Mike Brown. Sacramento haven't went to the championship in the playoffs in like 20-something years. Mike Brown get there 1 year, boom, they in the playoffs. Budenholzer. We remember how bad the Bucks was. The Bucks was pretty bad, even when they had Giannis at the first few years. He wasn't the Giannis we know today, but he ended up getting on the right path, and he won a championship. Monty Williams with the Phoenix Suns. We all know we like to compare the Rockets to the Phoenix Suns and how they came out in the bubble season. Actually went 8-0 in the bubble. And then you see the next year, they got Chris Paul. Boom, they took off. They got Monty Williams. Boom, they took off. Doc Rivers, like I said, he kind of, but we seen the Memphis Grizzlies coach, he actually, you remember Memphis was bad. They was building a culture. They was trying to get everything together. He went over there and he actually put them together, and they had one of the best records in the league. Yeah, they got a superstar, John Morant, but you got to be able to put everybody in the same sphere. Let's see. What happened? Did I get disconnected? Did I get disconnected? Damn, how long was I out? How long was I out, Swaggy? What happened? Whoa, what happened? What's up, Chop Shop, man? I don't know what YouTube got going on. I don't know what's going on. Am I good, Swaggy? I don't know what's going on, man. Looked like they had stopped my stream for a second. I had disconnected for about 10 seconds. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with that. But we good now? We good? What's good, CSGs? Man, let me go to the chat, man. YouTube got me messed up. LV, what up, LV? Appreciate you for joining us. My boy Chet Man in the building. What's happening, Chet Man? Sigga Miggs, what's good, Sigga Miggs? Chris Strange, what's happening, Chris Strange? Rick the Ruler, what's good with you, Rick? Swaggy D in the building. Andrew Gutierrez, Devin 95, what's happening with you? Man, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. YouTube tripping. Foxhound 1500, he says, oh yeah, Becky Hammond. Becky Hammond was under Pop. She actually coached the NBA game. First woman to coach an NBA game. I think she won that game. Quinn Snyder also was under Pop. Kenny Atkinson also was under Pop. The Pop tree is a proven tree, bro. The pop tree is a proven tree, and there's no way we can go into looking next year looking like how we looked. So we need to clear up some misunderstandings. We need to clear up a lot of stuff about how the Rockets is gonna look. Now, my boy Culture, he's saying we're gonna be like a 45 win team. We're gonna be like in the 6-7 seed. I don't see that, but I do say we should be at least competing for the at least competing for the play-in spot. And if you watch any Rockets basketball the last 3 years, you would know that's a hell of an achievement from where we're coming from. And if you've seen the reports on Twitter, I think Frank reported to some of them on his videos. They talking about utilizing people to their strengths, not making people do anything that they're not good at. Frank put together a great video about the KPJ, how he was just misused under the Silas regime. Yeah, he was asked to do some things, but even when he was asked to be a point guard, to where we know that's not his natural position, they still didn't put him in the right position to succeed because they ran so many pick and rolls and he was at the bottom of the pick and roll. Man, Frank laid that out perfect. It was like a war crime what they did to KPJ as far as not giving him vets, not letting John Wall play, not giving him anybody to learn from, not running the right types of plays for him. It was abysmal. It was just all the way wrong, bro, how they had KPJ out there. And then we all know Silas didn't run plays for Jabari. It was just bad. It was just really, really bad. Jalen Green, his first season, he just stood in the corner mostly. When he's have certain qualities and certain gifts that he could have brought onto the court his rookie year. They just had all our guys out all our guys out of whack, bro. Out of whack. It was like, what are we doing? I know, bro. You know how we used to come in here. Like, what is Silas doing? Like, what is it? What is it he see in Knicks and not playing Tata? Like, what is it? We ran a double big lineup. What took you? He took a 20 point game. I mean, 20 win, 20 loss in a row before he even decided to change that. We're not going to have that, bro. We're not going to have that. Let me see. Fox Sound, what's good? Fox Sounds 1500 says, got to add Becky Hammond as an honorable mention. Was an assistant under Coach Pop and won the WNBA title as a rookie head coach. Facts. Devin95, he says, hit that like button. Hit that like button right now, man. Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Come on in and chop it up with your boy Space. Rob Cortez says, I think we can win at least 40 games. I know that sounds crazy. I got us from 38 to 40, 42, maybe. So I don't think that's too far-fetched, bro, because we actually brought in the capable people. We're not out here just winging it. We're not going to be out here winging it playing pickup ball, bro. So, yeah, I can definitely see that, bro. I can definitely see it. So, let me see something. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see 40. I'm going to say 37, 38 is the minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see it. I can see us being 8th, 9th, 10th seed, maybe. So, let's get ready. Devin 95's KPJ off the bench with A-Man is going to be nasty. KPJ unleashed with no point guard shackles. Facts. If y'all remember, I used to come in here almost after every game and be like, man, KPJ, I love him. I love what he brings to the table. But he's more of a sixth man. Y'all know that, Chop Shop. I used to be like, man, he's more of a sixth man. And that's not knocking KPJ. Like Frank said, some being a point guard is innate. You got to either have it or you don't. And to force that upon him like his second season, third season in the league, that's a hard ass for anybody. Coming from the 3. He was playing the 3 and he went to the point guard. It's not like he was even playing the 2 and went to the point guard. He was a 3 and went to the point guard. So everything about KPJ, they mishandled it and misused him. And it wasn't good, bro. It wasn't good. Swaggy D says, Dillon said Jalen reminds him of Ja Morant. Jabari like Jaren. Dillon is like Dillon, I guess. Facts. But if you look at the roster construction of that team, he do kind of have a point. He do have a point to where Jalen, he's that high scoring, uber athletic, get to the rim, go straight downhill, just like Ja Morant. He's not the point guard, but you can also say like Ja Morant is almost like a 2 guard masquerading as a point guard because he scores so much and his athleticism puts so much pressure on the defense to where it just collapses everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that is kind of how Jalen will probably have to get his buckets. But if you've been seeing him, man, Jalen, he was in some little run. Like, you know how these guys go up and do a little pickup run. He was with like Kevin Durant and a lot of guys. And bro, he was actually giving KD buckets. He was giving everybody on the team buckets. Now, that is something we all know that he can do. What I'm interested in him doing is actually playing defense, actually facilitating a little bit more when he get the opportunities. So, yeah, I'm right with it. LV, what's up? He says, I'm with the culture. 8 to 6 seed. Here we come, man. I wish I had y'all confidence, but I'm riding with you, bro. I'm riding with you, man. I'd rather that than anything, you know. I'd rather we have a 8 to 6 seed, man. If we could do that, bro, that'd be like beyond my wildest imaginations, coming from the bottom all the way up to the 6, 8 seed. And if that can happen, I'm with you, LV. Bryce Cooley, what's good with you? Appreciate you for joining. He says Pat Riley is my favorite NBA coach, the greatest ever. I hear you. Piston fan here already. Yeah, man. Just like Pat Riley, I think you can make a case Pat Riley was on a GOAT trajectory. If you look at him, he played in the league, won championships. He actually was a coach and won championships. The Showtime Lakers, them dudes was just off the chain. You know, and then he transitioned to the GM role, won championships with the Miami Heat. Bruh. Yeah, he got a case to be like one of the greatest all around basketball minds in the building, you know, ever in history. Rick the Ruler, what's good? He says KP is not a finished product. He's still developing. He nice. Fans got to stop with all that hate nonsense on this young man. I agree. Hybrid Theory. He says our current roster is the second best roster the Rockets ever put on the court. First was y'all, T-Mac, Battier, Scola, and them argue with me. I'm going to argue with you. I'm going to argue with that one. Because if you ain't got Hakeem up there with the Dream, Clyde Drexler, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell, Otis Thorpe, Mario Elie, do I got to keep going? We won 2 championships, bro. T-Mac and y'all couldn't stay healthy. They couldn't even get a whole full season together healthy, bro. So, yeah, I'm going to argue with you on that one, Hybrid. I feel you, because that was some of, like, as far as, like, partial to my heart. Like, I love that team. Y'all T-Mac, Battier, Scola, and them. I love that team. Even without Yao Ming, man, or T-Mac. I think without both of them, I think we almost made it to the Western Conference Finals or something like that. And Ron Artest was there that 1 year. And then he went to go and join the Lakers afterwards. That team was like one of the best teams I hold sentimental value for, because I think that team had a lot of potential for sure. But the injury bug, all that ended up catching up with us, bro. That ended up catching up with us, and it was hard to get past. Man, it was like, when are we ever gonna be healthy? You feel me? Like, when are we ever gonna be healthy? It was just it was a stressful time to be a Rockets fan. I tell you that. It was like, man, when are we ever gonna be healthy, man? We see the talent, but everybody can't stay healthy, bro. Devin 95, he says Thompson twin already. Amen. Devin 95 said tripping. Oh, that boy tripping. Hybrid says our current team is better than that champ team. What? Somebody smoking bums. Somebody pulling on the wacky tobacco a little bit too much. Hybrid, come on, Hybrid. Hybrid. I ain't trying to be personal, but how old are you, bro? How old are you? How old are you, bro? Before I just find myself arguing with I know you can't be a teenager thinking that. You got to be at least 33, 34, 35, something up in there. I get it. But, man, then the championship squad? Nah, bro. I'm going to have to disagree, Hybrid. You just Hybrid trolling me, man. You trolling me, Hybrid? Let me know. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link in a minute and y'all can come up and y'all can talk to your boy. But, Hybrid, bro, you got to stop the madness. Devin 95, he says the championship Rockets could play today. They had hella shooters for that time. Imagine if they spaced out, let Hakeem work and kick out to those shooters. Bro, that's exactly what they started the, like, 4-out system. With Robert Horry shooting at the 4, shooting the threes to stretch it out, because Rudy Tomjanovich, he seen that Hakeem need all the space down that he can. And when he had another big next to him, Raph Sampson, Kevin Willis, anybody like that, it kind of limited Hakeem. But once they put Robert Horry at the 4, stretched him out to stretch and shoot the 3, that became like the Rocket system. And then a lot of other teams end up copying it. Like, they invented that. Bro. Hybrid, bro. Larry Atene Senior, what's good? He says, I don't think so. For sure, man. Boy over here trolling us, man. Boy over here trolling us. Oh, you say hell no, Hybrid ain't trolling us. He says it was a bunch of role players in Dream. But they was a good role players, bro. They was damn good role players. What we have now, Hybrid? I'm just wondering, what do we have now? We don't even have a Dream to go with. Do you think Sengun is our Hakeem Olajuwon? What Dream do we have to go with? We don't even have that guy yet. We got a bunch of role players as of now. We have a bunch of role players right now. We don't even know what they gonna be yet. He says all we missing is a legendary Dream type of player. That's it. Raph and Dream in '86 was good, but they had John Lucas only. Okay, you cleaned that one up a little bit. Devin 85 says Dillon Brooks might be our modern day Vernon. Facts. Hybrid says Fran VanVleet is better than Kenny first. Oh my gosh. Hybrid, I'm gonna have to drop the link. Hybrid, is you gonna come up so we can talk this out, hash this out? Cause I wanna hear from you, bro. I wanna hear from you. Devin 95 says Hakeem by himself was do us in. Facts. Facts. Devin says Alperen and Jabari will be looking like deer in the headlights on King. Man, they wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know how to handle Dream, bro. I'm gonna drop the link for you, Hybrid. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link so you can hit the link and you can come up and talk to me. Hold on. I was like no other says I think Brooks might have a good time if he replaces KJ role. Yeah, but see the thing that when we're comparing that team and we comparing this modern era that we fit to go into, this phase 2, I agree with Hybrid. We don't have that Hakeem yet, but we do have some necessary pieces to where we can come up and put it together a roster. Now we got the coach. I wouldn't say Udoka is a Hall of Fame coach just yet, but he can build his Hall of Fame career with us. But my bottom line is the pop effect is a real thing. The pop tree is a real thing that you can actually put in the calculator and calculate, bro. The pop tree is a real thing. Let me get this link, man, because my boy over here talking grimy. He talking grimy right now. Give me a minute, man. I didn't plan on coming on here and arguing with nobody, Hybrid, but we gotta hash this out. I gotta hear your rationale behind all of this. I gotta hear your rationale.
And it asked me, do I want you could download the full video.
Hold on.
I'm gonna do the full video. And once I click that, it'll download it to my computer here. So it's gonna keep downloading it here.
My bad. Frank on another stream. Frank on another stream. Let me get to my other one. Frank on another stream. Let me get to my other one. Okay. Here we go. I ain't never had that happen before. Frank working. Frank grinding it out. Frank grinding it out. Come on, hit that link, bro. Come up and talk to me. Anybody want to hit that link? If y'all got something to say to this man, come up and hit that link, man, and holler at us. And if you want to talk about the pop tree, that's cool too. But I gotta hash this out with Hybrid right quick. Real quick. What's up, Alistair Augusta? Appreciate you for joining us, man. What's good with you? There go the link right there at Hybrid. I don't think you baby watch the stream if you're on your on the same device. We gotta talk, bro. Object like no other. He says we have very promising roster. Can't wait to start the season. Me too, bro. This really a chop up space. I just wanted to mention this. If you got anything to say, y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, come on up, man. Holla at me. Swaggy D, he said Space about to throw the ones. Man, that boy, I ain't never really heard nobody like talking like y'all T-Mac is the best ever. Hold on. Oh, I think he came. Hold on, let's see. Let's get with it. Hybrid, can you hear me? Hybrid, you with me? You backed out, fam. LV, what's good, LV?
What's up, Goals? What's up to the gang? Everybody, what's up?
What's happening with you?
I'm feeling positive, man. The culture kind of had me thinking 6 seeds, so I'm buying into it. But basically, pop tree. But some stuff I want to highlight is, I know nobody would have foreseen Jabari bringing the ball up the way he did in the summer league, and he looked good. So this man has vision. He has a way to look at the players for what they could be, as opposed to what they are. So with that being said, all of us, including myself, we've been looking at the players for what we think they are, and so that's what we're kind of scared to say, damn, like, we could be this or we could be that. But Udoka's not scared of doing none of that. Meaning, like, he's not afraid to use Jabari to bring up the ball up the court like that, and he looked good. Meaning, by doing that, he's empowering his players, and then they can increase their capacity and then perform in ways that they probably never themselves thought they could be. So I'm starting to think, like, all right, so how's he looking at Sengun? Like, how's he looking at Jalen? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at that, and I'm really starting to buy into the idea, like, damn, like, Udoka see something in these guys. And in the press conference, he said it. He goes, look, I could have gone to a different team that's already, like, more ready for the playoffs, but I went towards where the ceiling is the highest. So I really think that he's really gonna. I think his IQ's off the charts. Plus, with previous experience and training from the pop tree, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got that already, and he's already shown me, like, he's got vision. Like, he knows how to look at a guy and be like, we're gonna do this with him. And I'm pretty sure he's already, like, looked up and down the roster and already has individual development plans for all the players. We already saw some of it with Smith, and I like it a lot. I think it's got all of us excited. But that's just a glimpse of what we're about to see in the preseason and in the season. So and check this out. So another thing about it is on the player, on the human side of it, the fact that we all know this man is a dog, but he's smart enough to know that Jalen Green is he's got a level of maturity that kind of looks kind of like a kid. Because if you look at the picture that he took with Jalen Green, he's touching him. He has his hands on him. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this dude's smart. Like, he knows how to approach each player. So obviously he ain't gonna baby him. I don't think anybody would say that, but he knows how to go down to the player's level, meet them at their needs, bond with them, and then lift them up. And I think he's working with Green like that. And I say that because I'm pretty sure that he don't be touching on Jabari like that. Because if he touches Jabari like that, it's just not gonna be It's just not the right thing to do. But the point I'm saying is this: in a short amount of time, he's smart enough to know the interpersonal skills and say, "Hey, I know how to, I know how to talk, I know how to manage my team, and
Yeah.
they're gonna respect me because of my competency, because of my the level of competency I'm operating with." And when you coming across with that level of competency like that, people respect you. So he's off the top gonna get respect from the team.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too is this. I know y'all remember this in the championship game in the summer league. This dude was being interviewed, but if you think about it, he wasn't worried about the interview. He was looking at that team.
Right.
This man was locked on like a pit, like, hey, like don't distract me. I'm looking at something right now. Like, leave me alone. You could see the body language of this man. And the reason I say that is because this man cares about winning. This man is sold into winning. So that's what I wanted to point out. This is what got me believing into, like, you know what? This man don't want to go to no playing, man. This man wants to go as high as possible. And I mean, respectfully, I think the highest we could say is 6 seed. Even though I know it sounds crazy, but I'm looking at everything I'm talking about. I'm about to go on mute and I'll jump back in though.
Nah, I agree with you, bro. Um, the only reason why I'm probably a little bit more hesitant to say the 6 seed, 7 seed is because I'm trying to figure out who are we clear cut better than. Now we might catch some teams slipping, maybe some teams drop back down, maybe the New Orleans and the Timberwolves and like the Warriors or a team like that kind of come back to earth. While I can see we're gonna be probably better than Utah, San Antonio, um, one of the who else we gonna be the Blazers. I think we're gonna we're gonna be clear cut better than them. I think I would hope so. If we're not better than those three teams, some went off the track somewhere. You feel me? But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I can
got something
see
for
it.
you though.
Go ahead.
But check this out though. Like, if I'm putting myself in Udoka's shoes, and the way he sees this is like, man, everything's up for grabs. Like, I ain't worried about no teams out there. Like, I'm worried about mine. I think this man thinks like that, like a real dog like that. And if you ask Jabari right now, he's not gonna tell you we're gonna go to the play-in, because when you got a leader like Udoka, and then you got other leaders under him that think like that, they just need to be activated. Like Smith, this dude ain't thinking like them other teams are better than us. This dude's thinking like, hey, you already heard what he said. You can't hold me, bro. He said it. Why? Because he's a dog like that.
Yeah.
You can't hold me. And what I'm saying is this: when you're led by a guy like that, when you're confident and you've been unleashed like that, like, ain't nothing, nobody could take that from you. And so I think Udoka's having the guys look at the other teams like, hey, I ain't worried about what nobody got going on. I'm worried about what we got going on, and this is what we're gonna do. I think that's the way they're being led now, and you can see the confidence and the energy. Like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree with me. But when you were watching those games, you can feel the intensity from them games. Like, you can feel the energy, you can see the collective and cohesion and focus and preparation. You can see that in the summer league games, and so I know that comes from coaching, and so that's what got me thinking like, man, everything looks right. Like we're about to start winning some games. So that's why I'm saying that. But I know it's hard for us to look at it. But I'm looking at all those little details that I noticed, especially when he was being interviewed. If you were to look at that again, this man was super intense, focused on every detail of that game, and it looked like he wanted to jump out of his suit and go in there and coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that's passion, man. That's not something that money can buy. Like, this man is a winner. This man is a competitor, and everybody from top to the bottom is about to get blessed from that, including Hudgens. Like, if you looked at Hudgens, he didn't look like Hudgens from last year. Hudgens from last year looked timid, like, I doubt my future. You could see all that. But this time, the way he was handling the rock as the point guard of summer league, he looked like Damon Stoudemire, man. He looked like what's up? You know what I'm saying? He was taking shots like Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a two-way player, but you know what does that is good coaching, and so that's why I'm excited. Like what? Like this is what happens when whenever you know that you're backed up by a true enforcer, like by someone that ain't afraid of another coach or whatever. This man is ready to win, and I think the whole team is starting to feel like that because you can see it. You can see it in all the samples, all the little samples we're getting is like that, and that's what I gotta say.
And one last question: how much you think that comes from being under Pop?
Man, honestly, man, I think, whoo, I would say a good look. My gut tells me a good 70%, but I know for a fact that Udoka got some background already in him. But I think just like he's about to bless Jabari, he got blessed by Udoka when he was playing because he's the guy that you give him the rock and it's crunch time. He was making them shots back in the day when he was winning championships with them. So he's already been unleashed. So he's already been blessed. I would say 70% just to give him some credit, brought him to the table too, because he got to hold his own now. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so that's why I say 70%. But the thing is, if you take Pop out of the equation, he probably wouldn't have reached his full potential. And so that's where the tree comes in. Is you got blessed. You know what I'm saying? And so he's already been blessed. So he already knows like this is what I gotta do to bless the young brothers, and then they're gonna take off. Jabari's already been blessed. You could already see it. And he's a leader. I would say that between Amen and Jabari, you got two strong leaders that ain't gonna let you lose.
Right.
And so like I'm saying lose like as far as losing games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh between those right there, you can already tell like these guys are already leaders. Like you could tell these guys. I mean, they ain't ready. I know that. I'm saying leadership qualities and just those little details I catch when I look at people, because I'm an educator, so I'm around people all day. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so you pick up on all the little like that. From what I can see and from the interviews, this boy, man, he's a leader, and so is Jabari. And with two leaders like that, plus you got some vets now, but they're not coming in to lead the team though. They're coming to help the team. But you got two young leaders that are about to be blessed by Udoka. I'm excited, man. This guy ain't gonna be afraid of nobody.
Facts. Now, Hybrid, we gotta hash something out with Hybrid real quick. Hybrid, can you hear me?
What's up? What's
good, bro? What's good, man? Now,
Yeah.
now
I
let's.
had to hop on my laptop because my phone wasn't working.
Oh yeah. Mine be doing that sometimes too, bro. Now let's talk about this. So you think T-Mac, Yao Ming, Shane Battier, who else did you say it in there?
T-Mac, Yao Ming, Shane Battier, or Battier, and then you got Louis Scola. I think you had Mike James in that squad. Let me see who else you had in that squad.
Those was the main people. Like Moochie Norris, when Moochie Norris around in?
Nah, he was a little bit earlier. He was with 2000 and 2002 with Steve Francis.
Yeah, he was
Pat
with
Mosley,
Francis. Yeah, he was with
and
Francis.
Mo Taylor.
Yeah, Kevin Cato.
Kelvin Cato was in the 2000 squad with them too.
Carl Landry.
Carl Landry was in both. And
yeah,
Chuck Hayes.
Chuck Hayes. Yeah. Now,
that's a good team, man. That's a good roster.
But you saying they are better than Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Robert Horry, Sam Cassell, Vernon Maxwell, man, like Kevin Willis,
Kenny Smith,
Mario Elie. Bro, I'm going deep. I'm going deep. And you think that team was better than them? Like, what is the analysis behind that? Why do you feel that team in specific is better than our Clutch City teams?
No, I don't believe that. I believe the current roster that we have right now is better than those teams. The T-Mac team, no, I don't believe is better than the championship teams.
Oh, I thought you were saying they was better than the championship teams.
No.
So saying
I think
the team,
our current roster right now, as constructed, to me, on paper,
All right.
is overall a better roster than the championship team.
Oh, that's still.
Think about it. Let's just go.
Ooh.
I already got it down. You like Fred VanVleet or Kenny Smith?
Come on, man. Kenny Smith.
You want KPJ or Vernon Maxwell?
Vernon Maxwell.
I mean, for what they bring to the table, they got different roles. You feel me?
Jabari or Ori?
Robert Horry, he's like big shot clutch. He's the reason for Clutch City almost.
Hakeem shuts it all down.
Okay. Then where do you put Cam, Tari, Amen? Where do you are they you want Cassell? You want Scott Brooks? Is that who you want?
I want Sam Cassell.
Nah, I take over okay. I think I'll take Amen Thompson over Sam Cassell. I give you that one.
Got Cam? Where you got Cam Whitmore at?
See, Cam Whitmore, he's just so unknown, bro. Like we don't even know what Cam Whitmore is right now. As far as being athletic, I'll take Clyde Drexler over Cam Whitmore for sure.
Okay, if you go 95.
You talking about a back-to-back dynasty, dude.
I don't think that you could say that they were more talented from top to bottom, except for Hakeem.
You just mentioned them, though, buddy.
But I think they had the more complete. Like they knew their roles, and they was well coached too. Now, once let's see how we look under Udoka and see how we maximize the talent. Then we probably can revisit this. So you saying our team? I know it's not the same era, and I know it's not the same people, like the same landscape of the NBA. But right. you saying our team, this team that right now, we're gonna win at least 2 championships?
This year we're gonna win 44 games minimum. I'm calling it right now. We're gonna win 44 games, and we're probably gonna get up to maybe 3 or 2 in the conference.
I got us at 46. So I'm right there with you.
So you hold on. You saying in one point of the season, we're going to be the number 2 or the number 3 seed.
Yes.
At any point of this season.
Under Udoka this upcoming year. Probably not by December, but by the All-Star break, we're going to be making a lot of noise. People are going to be like, who the hell are these guys?
Oh, man. I swear, I wish I could take that leap of faith with y'all. But,
can I jump in space?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
You already know where I'm at. Space.
I know you saying 6, 7 seed.
Yeah, I'm right there with him, but he jumped out the window with the 3 seed. But I'm right there with you. I'm anywhere between 6 and 8. That's guaranteed. Everybody that's talking about play-in and we're not gonna make the playoffs maybe next year. I'm telling you right now, y'all in for a surprise, man. We got the talent, we got the coach, and we're gonna have the defense. And we so deep, man. We 8, 9 deep. I mean, I'm telling you, we're gonna shock a lot of people. I wouldn't say 3 is kind of high. But I'm saying anywhere between 6 and 8. That's my prediction. Space already said that's kind of high. But I'm thinking that's bare minimum. I can see us going up to about 4 or 5. But anywhere between 6 and 8, I'm right there, man. I'm right there. I see it. And we're going to shock a lot of people, man. I'm telling you, we so deep, man. We 8, 9 deep, strong. I'm talking about 8, 9 starters easily.
And we didn't even touch on Jalen Green. We didn't touch on Tari Eason. We didn't touch on what Jay Sean Tate can bring with his post-up moves and his defense and his feistiness. We didn't touch on a lot of stuff. So, when you think about it from top to bottom, this team is so deep two-way, just like Udoka likes it, that they're going to be feisty on the defensive end. They're going to be so together and fluent on that end that when they come down to the offensive end, that's going to take care of itself. But if you watch Udoka, he's from that Popovich era. First of all, you got to have two-way players. We got a team chock full of two-way players. Except for Jalen Green and Al P, everybody else is a two-way player.
See, Jalen Green can still D up when he wants to. He's 6'6". He's a big body. And I'm right here. Where I'm at with it, I'm like, listen, if the Kings can get the 3 seed, right, and they made top 8 defense.
Yo, preach. Hey, preach that. So I've been saying that.
My thing is this. I always compare them to the Kings. I'm comparing them to the Kings. So Mike Brown came over there in their first year, made them a top 8 defense. So my thing is, we got better defensive players than the Kings. We got we got Bari, we got Dillon Brooks, we got Amen. Those are straight dogs on defense.
That's right. Plus Tate. Add Tate to that.
Sacramento don't got that. Sacramento don't got no dogs like that. They probably got like one or maybe one dog on defense. I don't know who you could say that is. Maybe Darren Fox. Maybe Malik Monk. Maybe I don't know. But we got dogs on defense, and we're gonna have the coach that's bringing that philosophy. So we're gonna have the philosophy, a good defense, a philosophy, then with dogs to add to that philosophy, dude. So it's gonna be an explosion. I see an explosion. I see Stephen A. Smith said. I think Stephen A. Smith said we're gonna be we headed for the championship or some stupid shit he said or some shit like that.
Nah, man, Stephen A. ain't say that, did he?
Oh, that was some fake shit.
No, I'm just asking. I haven't heard it.
I seen a meme or some shit like that. Stephen A. Smith said that we on our way to a championship or some shit like that. We got the best team. He says we got the best team or the most talent, something like that. He said. So
I don't see any other roster in the NBA. Maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers, maybe Miami, perhaps what's that other team? Let's see. Who else got a better roster? Maybe Portland. Maybe.
Nah, Portland ain't got a better roster.
On a really, really good day, but nobody else can touch our roster right now. I don't see anybody else touching our roster.
So y'all don't think like seriously, like y'all don't think our shooting will have any factor on how we're gonna play next, because we don't have just those 3-point shooters like to be able to stretch the floor when we play the good teams that's connected, well connected on defense. You know, I think we'll be able to put pressure on the rim at any time of the game. It's just when we kick out, like when we kicking it out, or do we have the sufficient enough shooters to make the defense pay?
KPJ is the best spot-up shooter in the NBA last year at 47.9%. He was the best catch-and-shoot 3-point shooter in the entire league. KPJ.
But KPJ ain't gonna be on. He can't play every position, and he ain't gonna.
No,
be
he ain't
on
gonna
the
play every position, but he gonna be out there. He gonna be out there. I'm telling you,
to be quite honest, I got KPJ.
He's gonna get started minutes. He's definitely gonna get started minutes.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks can hit a wide open three. Believe it or not. Tari can hit a three, believe it or not.
He can.
Bari stepped his game up. You're gonna see the Bari from Auburn who's knocking them threes down. Hopefully Jalen Green been in the gym and can knock the threes down. Fred VanVleet can
5. Keep going, young man.
Fred VanVleet can knock the threes down.
That's 6.
So we got 3-point shooters, man. So, but it's not always got to. I don't think Udoka's system is gonna be on that 3-point shit like we was last year.
Isn't it cool that those same dudes, those same cats are the dogs on the defensive end too, which is something we were missing. You either got to sub out players to put your good players in. Now we got the same dudes that are blocking you down, quick hands, staying in front of you, blocking off your exits and your entryways into the paint, running down and yamming it down your throat or kicking it out for 3. That's amazing to me to be able to pull off a roster like that. Shouts out to
Stone.
Yeah, Raphael Stone, man. I give my props to the man because he just put together a 2-way roster. But we looking like Spurs. We looking like Spurs. We looking like Rockets. That's what we looking like. 1995 Rockets, and we looking like the 2000. I want to say the 2008-7 Spurs somewhere in there when they won that championship with Manu and Tony Parker. When they had all them shooters, Brent. What was his name?
Bruce Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen. When they had them cats, oh man, that's what we look like. We look like that Pop team. The only thing we missing is just a legendary player. We don't have a legend. That's the only thing we missing.
But that's a big key part of it. Because just like Denver, they're a good squad, but they're not nearly as good without Nikola Jokic. I mean, and that's like the Bucks. They're a good squad, but if they didn't have Giannis, they wouldn't be nothing.
Yeah.
True, but we can fill up the roster spot a lot more than those two teams can combined, probably.
I think our team's deeper than all those teams. But
yeah,
Denver got a better team now because they're more proven. I think that's our only competition in the West. Let me think a little bit for it. Denver, and then who else?
I mean, the only people that's going to shut us down or give us any kind of trouble would be Phoenix. It would be Phoenix or the Sacramento Kings or Portland.
No, Portland. Hell no. Portland ain't got nothing on us, man. Portland ain't got shit on us, bro. Nothing on us. Besides Damian Lillard and a new draft pick, That's it. And Jeremy Grant. That's
Y'all,
it.
y'all ain't counting Scoot Henderson like I'm counting.
That's what I said. The new draft pick: Scoot Henderson, Lillard, and Jeremiah Grant. That's it, dude. I'm not.
Shaden Sharp.
Yeah, but he ain't. I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about Portland, bro. Portland, come on, not Portland.
And that other draft pick from last year.
They got Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Portland at all. Because you got to think Damian Lillard and Scoot not even gonna get along. So that's gonna be animosity in the locker room. So I'm not worried about Portland. It's more of Denver and, like you said, Phoenix and maybe the Kings. And that's about it, man. Golden State, we can run Golden State out the building. They getting too old. Lakers, we can run them out the building. Memphis, we can run them out the building. All these teams we can run out the building. It's just going to be up to will. It's not going to be a lack of talent. It's not going to be a lack of a coach. It's going to be a lack of will. And I don't see we're going to have a lack of will under Udoka. I don't.
Y'all don't hold on. Y'all don't think okay, since we've been such a crapshoot the last 2 years.
And Dallas.
Y'all don't think it's going to be a little hard just to flip that switch? You don't think it's a real life learning curve?
Nah. Not with Udoka, I think.
See, my thing is this team been together for 2 or 3 years now. You got Jalen Green, and then they going on 3 years together with Sengun and KPJ. The other boys, they going on 2 years. So this team been together for 2 or 3 years now. So
but we didn't have it. We didn't have the same coaching. We didn't have the same system. We didn't have we was able to do just whatever the hell we want to do. But now with structure, we don't know how these guys are going to react under structure. We don't know how these. You know, I hate to seem like I'm the negative Nancy right now.
You know how I look at it.
I just don't want to set us up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think we're gonna fail. I don't think we're gonna fail. I don't just want to go, man, we gonna be this, and then have unreasonable expectations to where it seems like it's a letdown if we just make the play in, or you know what I'm saying, or it's a letdown if we come right at the play in and don't make the play ins possibly. I just don't want the fan base to be, get too high up. Like I'm in 3-4 years, bro. If we keep the same, give it I say 2 to 3 years, and if we keep this same squad, I'll be right on board with y'all. Yeah, we can be a top 5 seed. We could be maybe even up towards to a top 3 seed. I will be right on board with y'all because we done been under a structure for 2 to 3 years. And now we know how to handle pressure. These guys haven't never even handled pressure. These guys don't even know about how it feels to even play like tight games to even get into the playoffs. I think we're gonna be better than some people giving us credit for, no doubt. Because I opened with the whole pop tree, and I think the pop tree is a real thing. You can actually damn near put that in a test tube and test it. It's scientific facts almost. Like he breeds winners everywhere you go, like every coach. But I think even look at the Boston Celtics when Udoka got there. He said he had to break some of their habits because they had bad habits that they didn't even know they really had playing under Brad Stevens. And he had to break them down, and like halfway through the season, they was like a 500 team. But then once after like Christmas, they went on like some crazy run. It's like 32-8 or some crazy, you know what I'm saying? Some crazy run.
That's what we're finna do.
You think so, man? I hope y'all do. E.F. Hutton, what you think, man?
What's up, man? I know it's a little noisy right now. I'm outside, but hey, check this out. I'm with you guys on something. On the above 40 wins. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, he loud. Let me turn him down.
With the above 40 wins, man, I'm with you guys. Because I gotta say 43, and I've been consistent on that since we signed Udoka. Because I believe that Udoka is gonna count for it probably 10 wins by itself. And
then include the defense. Include the defense too. A top 10, top 15 defense. You gotta add that into it.
Well, with any kind of improvement from our core guys, meaning Jalen, Jabari, and Sengun, with any kind of improvement for them, they would account for, maybe 2 wins and 3 wins apiece. You know what I mean? So with that, you give them the 3 to 3. That's 9 plus Udoka's 10, 8 to 10 wins that he'll bring. So I really got us, almost like a plus 20, plus 18 wins this year. That's with the Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks additions. So I do got us plus 20 wins this year, and I don't, that's a marginable jump. Now, where I'm not with you guys is here, and I'm finna side with Ghost on this one. To say that nobody in the West is contending with us is just outlandish. I mean, you guys have went so far, Rockets fanatics, that I'm proud to be on the phone with you guys. It's an honor. I've never seen fanatics to this degree, man. You guys are really taking the
you putting words in our
by
mouth
the
now.
horns.
You're putting words in our mouth now. We ain't saying nobody. We said we gave 3 or 4 teams that we might not be able to fuck with. Was Denver, Phoenix, and Sacramento. Other than that,
and somebody said Portland. So I mean, look, y'all all over the place like the sky. Check this out. we're not really better than the Lakers right now. We're not really better than Memphis Grizzlies right now. We're still not messing with New Orleans Pelicans right now. Denver, yeah. Sacramento still better. Golden State is still the Golden State Warriors. You know, I mean, basically, if you really look at it from a honest standpoint, if it's 30 teams, so you say 15 of them on the West, and it's about half of those teams. It's about half of those teams that's just better than us. You know, it's about half of those teams are just better than us, hands down. Now, the thing is what they say is if you play hard every night, that'll get you 25 wins. So this is the thing we have to look at. Will our guys come out and play hard every night? Yes. I believe, yes, they'll come out and play hard every night. Do we have the talent to get those extra 10 or 15 wins? Yes. Will our coach outcoach his opponent? Yes. But, you know, the thing that Space said that really stands out is, what is the difference between adjusting to a new system? How would they, you know, how would they comply? You know, how would they evolve in this new system, and would they be able to get it within those first 10 or 15 games that we really think that we should win? That's going to be the big difference is while we make the adjustment, are we able to come in and win games while we learn Udoka's system in real time, in-game activity. So that's what we're going to be looking at, and we're going to see if we can win on the fly while we learn. And if we're able to win on the fly while we learn, yeah, we're going to look good. Are we going to be a 3 seed? No. Will we be a 6 seed? Maybe. I don't think 6 is unreachable. You know, I think 6 seed is more reachable. But I really expect with 43 wins that we still kind of looking at a play-in, because the West is going to be strong this year. The West is going to beat up on East Coast teams this year, you know, because you only have Miami, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, maybe Charlotte is going to be good this year, Boston. So you really only got like 5 or 6 teams on the East that's going to be good. Everybody else on the East is going to stink up the joint. So the West is going to beat up on the East. Everybody on the West has a chance to be, you know, 35 and 40 wins, except for the team that's going to stink it up. And I don't think San Antonio is going to be, you know, really trying to win this year. I think San Antonio is going to be low managing Victor on alternate nights. They say they're only playing 4 minutes at a time. So that's not a winning strategy. That's saying that, hey, we're going to let him learn, but we're still going to be in the bottom of the West. And that's going to give him a chance for another high draft pick. With that, I yield my time.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody worried about no Spurs, man.
So you think I love, like EF said, I love that y'all guys are so confident about it. I'm just not there yet to take that leap, because we know it takes a while. I mean, it really the learning curve. We still got young guys for the most part. Yeah, we brought in 3-4 veterans. But for the most part, we still have young guys. And then we don't know how these guys are going to be reacting to being coached hard, to being pushed to another level. Because when you want to get the best out of these guys, you got to push them past what they even think they can do. Even like you were saying against, even like LV was saying, like they let Jabari bring up the ball in summer league. I don't think we'll see probably much of that. But that is good to see that he can actually facilitate if he get a double team or something like that. But we don't know how these guys are going to act to a whole different type of atmosphere. We're going to have actual little pressure on us to not be bad. We don't know how these guys gonna act. I'm hoping they act right. I'm hoping they don't, succumb to the whole pressure, like pressure bust pipes. And I'm hoping, but I can't just say we will because I haven't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have faith, man.
I mean, I got faith. I got faith in Jesus and God, and you know what I'm saying. Like,
So
I don't have too much faith in man yet.
Put that same faith in God into the Rockets. See, my thing is, Space. I know this is gonna sound corny, but basketball is basketball at the end of the day. At my end of the day, basketball is basketball, and I don't care if they're young. Udoka said, immaturity is not going to be an excuse. Youngness is not going to be an excuse. And my thing is this. Like, I look at it like this. I don't know if you watch football, but you remember how
I love football.
You remember how football took the league when it was a veteran league, and then all of a sudden it just turned into a young man's league? Remember how like
Peyton Tom Brady and Tom Brady? I mean, with Peyton Manning and all that.
It was like a Mahomes league. It was like a young man's league.
Mm-hmm.
And young teams was pushing this. That's how I see basketball turning out to be right now. Like the old motherfuckers is leaving. Now it's like it's like a young surge. And we got the best young surge out here. Now we got the coach to go with it. And it's like, I'm not worried about them getting coached hard because I feel like we got a lot of good character guys. Like Bari's a good character guy. Tari's a good character guy. Alperen is a good character. Only guy I'm really worried about is Cam Whitmore. I'm not even worried about KPJ because like I got him on Instagram and that boy stay in the gym. He stays in the gym. He's a gym rat. And him and Jalen Green is like best friends. So I think he knows. And I think just because it's Fred VanVleet, I think he knows the player's role. Now, say if it was our men they drafted and try to put in front of KPJ, then I think it'd be some smoke. But since it's Fred VanVleet and he's a proven championship point guard, I think he's like, okay, I'm going to play the six-man role. I'm still going to get starting minutes, and I'm going to come in and cook. I don't see no problem with, like, our team. Like, they all, like, a good bunch. Like, Sengun, they all, like, a good bunch. I don't see no animosity. Only maybe Cam Whitmore because he just got that dog mentality where he not trying to take shit. But my thing is, just like, man, at the end of the day, it's basketball. I understand, like, you got to have, like, some, they're young. But, man, I just see the league just turn into a young man's league. And then it's just going to be a surge of the youngness of the youth. And I feel like we just got that youth. And now we got the coach. And we could run Lakers out the gym. Because, LeBron, he be taking days off. He play one game, the next game he don't play. As long as LeBron can make the playoffs, he's happy with that because then he can do his run. So I'm not worried about the Lakers because Anthony Davis, he take days off. So, like, then the Grizzlies, you got to think, Tyus Jones left, Dillon Brooks left, Ja's going to be camped for 20 games. We about to run him out the gym. We about to run Golden State out the gym. Like, Steph Curry is Steph Curry, but Klay Thompson is not the same Klay Thompson. They ain't got Jordan Poole no more. Draymond is 35 years old. We could run these motherfuckers out the gym, man. We could really, literally run out the gym up and down with this youth. And with a coach that got a good system.
But you got to remember, Memphis is retooled. They lost Dillon Brooks for a reason. They got Marcus Smart. And, Ja Morant is going to be missing
25
games. But they went out and got Derrick Rose. They got some players. They got some players still. I don't think we're going to just be better than them like that, bro. Like I said, I'm just
1 minute last year. Derrick Rose ain't played 1 minute for the New York Knicks, and they lost Tyus Jones. They got Marcus Smart. That's it. They lost Morant. They lost Dillon Brooks, and they lost Tyus Jones. They got Derrick Rose, and they got like you said, they got Marcus Smart. But after that, all they got is Marcus Smart.
The Memphis Grizzlies got worse. The Memphis Grizzlies got worse.
They still got the defensive player of the year, bro. They got 2 defensive player of the years within the last 2 years on their squad. They got Jaren Jackson Jr. He's the defensive player of the year reigning. Then they got Marcus Smart. He's the defensive player of the year last year. They still got Steven Adams, big guy under there as well. I mean, I don't know, man.
Tyus Jones was a pretty big part.
When we bring our bench in, what they gonna come in with their bench? What second unit they come in to fuck with our second unit? Like we literally, I told you the other day, Space. We 8 deep. Like we got the 5 starters, and then we got Tari. He could be a starter on any team. Amen could be a starter on any team, and KPJ can be a starter on any team. Like this is no exaggeration. You got 8 guys, and that's not including Jayshawn Tate. That's not including Jock Landale. That's gonna give you valuable minutes. That's not including a Cam Whitmore that might just come out and be the next Carmelo. Like I'm not saying that, but like those 8 players when you got 5 starters, then you can come in with a whole nother 3 or 4 legit players. God damn, man, that's special.
Hey, I think one of the
The
things
boy
that's,
said, "God damn this."
I think one of the things that's important is that I was thinking about this today. The way to win a championship, there's only 2 ways to win a championship. One is to set the bar. That means you draft a world beater and you make everybody in the league have to match up with you because they can't beat this one guy. And the other way is to get lucky and the league changes to the kind of team that you have. So those are the 2 ways that all the past championships have been won. So if we are lucky and the league changes to this kind of motion offense that we'll be trying to implement and run, then we can be good, but we don't have the world beater at center that the Denver Nuggets had when they was playing that kind of offense. So one of these guys on our team either has to become a world beater or the league has to really change to an up and down, fast tempo pace game that defense is really going to win because of the way the game is played. Other than that, I think we kind of in the middle of what it takes to win. Like, we don't have the world beater, and the league is not really, a motion-based league to where motion is going to win you games. I mean, it's going to win you games, but it's not going to win you championships. So I think that's kind of the position that we're in.
I disagree with that. Motion is the name of the business these days. You look at Golden State Warriors. That's all they did to win 4 championships. Like, they hid Steph Curry behind a whole bunch of movement. That was the league. They didn't have no world stopper on the team. It was just Curry. That was it.
I am a motion. I'm a fan of the motion. But the thing is, when you got the motion, we got to have shooters as well to go along with that. And I'm just
we have just as good as shooters as a 93, 94, 95 team.
But this is different. This is a different league, bro. Got teams coming out and shooting 45, 53s a game now. And if you can't keep up, because a team, if they reel off 3 or 4 3-pointers on you, the lead then just ballooned from 3 to 15. And if you can't stop that onslaught or either match that onslaught, then what we doing? We trading 3s for 2s.
Nope. That was you thinking of the Rockets from the past 4 years. The thing that me and Coach are talking about is the Rockets are retooled defensively. This 2-way thing that Udoka just signed up and Raphael got us tooled up with, it ain't gonna be all that 3-point just rattling off like you've been seeing. Man, the Rockets, man, I hope they win tonight, and then they get tooled for like 17 points in a row and have to call a timeout. That's not happening. Not from what I'm seeing. I ain't counting it like that. It's gonna be hard to score on this squad. Very difficult to score them 3s, and we're quick with length. You got to think, we only have 1 or 2 players that are below 6'3". Everybody else is 6'7". Like, literally the whole rest of the roster is either 6'6" or better with length and youth and athleticism. All of them can move. They all got big hands. They all got length. You're not gonna see that like you were scared of earlier. You're not gonna see that. Oh man, we just went down by 17 points in 30 seconds.
Okay, let me rebuttal that, because I'm not saying we seen good teams get down by 15, 17 points. When a team get hot and they hit 4 or 5 3-pointers in a row, it can happen to anybody. The thing is, whenever you get down by that, do you have the firepower to match it or come back and give it back to the other team? Because if you don't, then you just playing behind the 8 ball the whole time. As long as the team can get down, it don't matter really what happens during the second, third, fourth, third quarter. But by the fourth quarter, if you didn't cut that lead to at least 8 points with like 6-7 minutes left, then you in the ball game. But if you can't make up that difference and you steady behind the 8 ball because you lack the shooting and the other team is not respecting your shooting, as far as A-Man and Sengun and Jason Tate, like, we got other guys that's gonna counteract our spacing that we even get. Now go ahead.
We couldn't come back because what you've seen, the sample size that you've been seeing, is the wrong setup. It's Silas out there. It's got KPJ running the point. The reason why you haven't seen the Rockets really be able, and let me just say this, we've been in most of the games. We just can't
Until
win.
when? Until when? A team started hitting threes on us, and we could not match that output.
I was counting until the fourth quarter, but I'll say that too, though. But you're not going to see that because we have a whole bunch of experience. Fred VanVleet's not going to allow us to just be running around like chickens with our heads cut off like that. He's going to floor general. He's going to see what Udoka wants to run. He's going to say, hey, guys, keep your heads in the game. Dillon Brooks is going to be messing feisty with the best player on the other team, probably get a tech called on him, mess with their heads like Draymond. And VanVleet going to get us back on track on target. Plus, Alperen Sengun is a very, very solid decision maker. I trust him and Fred VanVleet to have that kind of chemistry and really bring the Rockets, hey, focused on this, guys. We just went down by 12, 13 points. We need to reel that back in. I think you'll see a nice pace being formed and a good two-way formulation from the IQ of the guys that we're playing with. We didn't have that. We had KPJ and Jalen taking turns, hoping to God, crossing our fingers for a prayer for threes. We don't need all that no more. Do we need a sniper on the squad? It'd be nice. But I think Culture made a good point. Tate got better at threes. You got Bari, who's a three-point threat. You got Tari, who's working on his corner three. You got Cam, who hit a whole bunch of threes. You got You got Fred VanVleet, who's proven that he can hit a whole bunch of threes. I think we're just as good as that 95 team.
No. Tate, trash. 3-pointer shooting. Trash. We gotta. He can't shoot, bro. He can't shoot.
You got to KPJ.
And KPJ.
Bro, I give you KPJ. That's the only one I'm giving you right now. Tari got a little bit better at shooting threes. Jalen, he can hit threes whenever he wants to. But we done seen games where Jalen like 1 for 10, shooting 3-pointers. We done seen games where Jabari is like 2 for 8.
He's trying to do it all himself.
3-point shooter. Fred VanVleet, if you look at it, last year he was hurt. He was still a little ailing injury, but he was even he had one of the most volume shots last year from the 3-point line. He was trash from the 3-point line.
Yeah, last year he was trash.
He was trash.
Career-wise, he shoot about 35%.
But how you know? But how you know this not a trend and where he's going down? How you know it's gonna tick back up?
Because that Toronto Raptors team, they was the mess. They wasn't playing. They was beefing with each other. That Toronto team,
they were garbage.
It was a mess.
But they built.
It was garbage.
But they built like us.
The chemistry wasn't there.
They built like us. That team is kind of built like us with long, rangy wings, and that's what we got now. We almost built like that Toronto Raptors squad.
They didn't have no defense. They didn't have no grit.
But you know
they didn't
what?
even like each other.
I will give them this. I give you this right here. Fred VanVleet is a career plus 37 3-point shooter. He went down last year because of the fact that he was taking a lot of onus on himself to create shots off the bounce and, trying to just jack up shots. And maybe because it was a contract year, he was trying to press to show that he could, be a scorer or whatever, just trying to play for a contract. But I don't see him having a bad shooting year unless he gets the big head. Now, this is the problem that we do have to look at about that is if he gets the big head and say, hey, well, I got my own team, I'm the starting point guard, I have to go out and be Chris Paul, or now I get to go out and I get to be Steph Curry now. Then we could see him have a bad shooting year. But I don't see that because we got Udoka.
Okay.
And, go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna let's get some chat, see what the chat talking about. Rob Cortez says last year we had the talent to win 30 games. Silas or Tankin prevented that. Maybe both. I think by December we'll be better than some of these teams y'all are mentioning. I'm hoping. I'm more of a. I'm like from Missouri. I'm from the show me state. You gotta show me. I got faith. You know what I'm saying. But you gotta show me something. Like this is a name. This name of this business is. Got to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? And until we actually get that job done, I'm going to be a little bit, cautious about it. AI Productions, he says, still think we need another big man too. That might come in the fact that we don't have a true big man anchor, defensive anchor down there yet. Rob Cortez says space youth isn't an excuse. We finally have a coach that also believes that. See, this the thing about youth isn't an excuse. Just because you say youth isn't an excuse, that don't mean youth is still not going to factor into the equation. I can say rain is not going to be an issue when I leave my house today and forget my umbrella. But me forgetting my umbrella still could be an issue because it probably could still rain on me. Now, that's a different thing. Like, I can say something, and that just means that he's not going to let them get away with just saying, hey, I'm young. Let me get by with it. We'll get them on the next go round. Just because they say youth isn't an excuse, that don't mean that it's not gonna play a factor.
I think it'll play more of a factor when we get to the playoffs. It'll be more of a factor. But during the season, I just see us running up and down the floor. My just thing is space. I just don't see us no different than the Kings. If the Kings can make that jump, yeah, they was together maybe a year or two more. But like, their team is not better than ours, man. Yes, they got De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, but Harrison Barnes is 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? Malik Monk is hot and cold. Kevin Huerter, he's all right. But that's where the buck stops.
Okay,
at,
okay.
Davion Mitchell.
Who's on our team? Who's on our team that's better than Fox?
I would say Jalen Green is up there.
He's not better. He's not better than Fox. KPJ's not better than Fox.
I'll give them Fox.
What about LP?
So let's keep going.
So who is LP better than Sabonis?
No,
that's a wash.
Yeah,
I think he can be better. I do think he can be better.
I think he could be better. I think
he is,
but not right now. Not right now. He's not.
I think
it could be a wash.
I say a wash. I say a wash. So
keep going.
Davion Mitchell. Who plays defense like that?
Amen is better than Davion Mitchell.
Davion improved it already though.
Amen is 6'7".
I agree.
But Dillon Brooks play defense like that.
Okay, Dillon Brooks. So they got another. They had old buddy off the bench. Well, no, was he off the bench? Lyles. That boy Lyles was coming in balling.
Jabari's better.
I think Jabari.
Okay, Keegan Murray. He can who shoot on our team like Keegan Murray.
Nobody can shoot like him, but Tari can lock him up or Brooks.
But listen, Keegan Murray only averaged 12 points a game last year. He was
a rookie though. He was a rookie.
That's a lot.
Okay, he was a rookie, but he still only averaged 12 points a game. So I mean, like,
but he provided the spacing. That's what I'm saying. He provided the spacing. You still have to respect his 3-point shot.
So maybe KPJ is equal to Keegan Murray.
So how you gonna put KPJ, Murray, and Fox? KPJ cloned himself.
I'm just saying we're deeper though. Space. We're deeper.
I would say Jalen Green and Fox is kind of close, or a combination of Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet would equal a De'Aaron Fox. You know what I mean?
So what about Malik Monk? So what about Malik Monk?
KPJ.
This boy said KPJ
again. Malik Monk, that would be like Tari Eason or just anybody. You know
Dillon
what I mean?
Brooks.
Malik Monk played defense. He hit threes. He was going to the rack. He was shooting
all day.
Who's Amen Thompson? Who's Amen?
And who's Cam Whitmore?
I'm just going down. I'm just going down the list. Like
they don't have them. You can stop.
Hey, but see, check this out though.
But still, they got guys that proved it. That's all I'm saying. They got guys that already proved it in the league.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying.
I think it was more the system though. I think it was more the system.
Okay, so they both from the pop tree. Ime Udoka and Mike Brown.
Okay, so now we got to.
So are they a wash?
It's a wash. So let's say it's a wash.
Yeah.
Even though Mike Brown, he didn't. I mean, he did have LeBron a few years.
And I don't count that coach of the year because we all know Kerr got his back hurt.
But no, he made him a top 8 defense, so I give him that. They're top 8 defense, and that was because of Mike Brown. So I give it. That's a wash. But like after that, who got better defenders?
Right now, I think they do.
They do. Who name them?
They was a top 8 defense, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying that was the system. So we got the same system. The system is a wash. We're gonna bring the same system, but we're bringing dogs on defense with it.
Okay, so this is what I think is gonna be the thing. I think at a point in the season, or not this season, or maybe going forward, I think it's going to be a point to where our our office and upper staff have to look at it and say, what kind of team are we really trying to construct? Because it's going to come a point to where you say, do we need elite offensive player at this position, or would we rather double down on defense? Because it's like you have so many great defenders on our team, potentially great defenders with Jabari, Tari, Jay Sean, maybe Amin. You got all these great defenders that's possibly on our team to where it's gonna come a time to where they say, do we really need a Jalen Green at 2, or can Tari eventually end up playing the 2? Do we really need, Fred VanVleet to orchestrate the offense, or is Amin Thompson defensively gonna be elite enough to where we can just go ahead and move on from Fred VanVleet? And then what that does is that says this team is so elite defensively. Do we really need another big name star? And is that star available? Then you start to look around the league, and this is why I think that what they've been talking about recently, and I think Frank and Jackson did this today, where they were talking about like getting a Joel Embiid, and you say, okay, now you bringing in a player that's elite at that center position, and you saying from top to bottom, this team is elite every single player at their position, but you lose something on the offensive end. That's something that we're gonna be looking at in the future.
I still think
to me, that's how you set the bar.
I still think if, of course, everybody got to play some form of fashion of defense, but I don't think we need all world beaters at every position defensively. We will need that bucket getter. We gonna need a bucket getter like a Jalen Green to go get us a bucket, because we know even in the playoffs, even though defense win your championships, and I'm not gonna even argue with you on that, but we seen in the playoffs after like game 6, every scheme that the team gonna run, every counter that they gonna pull out. It's almost be a wash as far as schematically. Then that's when it breaks down to say what guy on your team that can actually beat their man and go get us a bucket. Because when it comes to crunch time, that's what it's gonna devolve down to is, can this man go get us a bucket when we need to? So I think that guy is still needed. I don't think we should just get rid of a certified bucket getter, a dude that probably can get you 30 a night just to have an extra defensive wing.
I tell you what they should do. They should try to become the 2013-14 San Antonio Spurs. Coincidentally, they had Tiago Splitter, who's now one of our assistant coaches. But that's what they should try to be. That's what the identity should be. A two-way basketball team that has defense. They held their opponents to 97.6 points per game, like on average. Like that's what we had Patty Mills. They had Patty Mills, Tony Parker. They subbed out Corey Joseph for that. They had Bellinelli and Danny Green, and Kawhi Leonard were kind of leading the young pack. And then the veterans were kind of solidifying that back end with Tim Duncan still on the roster and Boris Diaw. They had a defensive squad, and Kawhi was shutting people down. That's who we should be.
I believe you're right, but see, and that's what I'm saying about having a world beater, not a world beater singular player, but I mean something that set the bar in the league. Because what you're saying is almost the same thing that I said. Like, I think it might have been my first call when I first called in, talking about how we had the potential to be like the Detroit Pistons in those epic years where they had everybody was in the All-Star game because they was all great defensive players. Nobody was a marksman. They had big shot ability, but he wasn't a marksman from 3. He just would hit the big shot because he was fundamental. He was probably the most fundamental shooter ever to me. But I think that's how you set the league on notice, where you make it to where you have to beat us because we're doing something that's so unique that we change the trajectory of the whole league. And you can't beat somebody when they change the trajectory. What I see as our problem as the Houston Rockets since the Daryl Morey era is this. Only with the exception of Mike D'Antoni, what we've done is Daryl Morey came in and he changed the way the game was played with getting these small guards and putting pressure on the defense. And then after that, everybody kind of capitulated and started playing the kind of basketball, and we just stayed there. And we stayed into this format of, oh, we're gonna be fast, we're gonna switch, and we're gonna be quick, and you know, da 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 da. And everybody did it better than us. You know, not everybody, but most teams did it better than us. And the one team that did it better than us significantly was the Golden State Warriors. And then we didn't jump out of that margin. We just stayed there and let them be better than us at it. And then
You
what
got one
happened
thing
is
right. He's definitely died by the 3 and lived by the 3. Daryl Morey literally was like, I don't care if y'all ain't snipers, shoot.
But that's the trend of the league.
So long. Right. But see, and this is the thing. So what happens is that's the trend of the league. And then Denver says, you know what? In Philadelphia says, you know what? We're going to get a big man, a real live big man, not a 7'4", not a 6'4" center that can switch. We're going to get a big man that you have to contend with. And they do that. And then they become the next possible dynasty. And that's how you set the trajectory of the league. Now, what we have the potential to do here is we have the potential to say, we got all these great defensive players that in the right structure, they can all get you 19 points a game. Nobody might not get you 30 or 40. But if everybody getting you 19, and even the players off our bench can come in and get you 15, 15, and 15, but everybody on our team can play solid defense.
And
then you change the
okay.
Right.
But look, you saying the way you said, let's go get us a big man. They didn't just go get any big man. They got Nikola Jokic, 2-time MVP back to back, could have been 3. Then they got another MVP in Joel Embiid. These guys are 1%er type big men. So if we're gonna be trying to get a big man of that caliber, we're gonna lose a lot of these pieces that y'all are talking about naturally.
I think AP is gonna be that. I know AP is gonna be that. AP is about to be 21 in the next month. I think AP is only 20 years old, man. When AP is 23, 24, a couple more years working with Hakeem Olajuwon. And when he's 24, 25, yo, he's gonna be a world talent. Jokic's gonna be out the door by that time, and he's gonna be one of the best centers in the league. And my thing is, Space, understand you got a big channel, so you don't want to go off the chain with it. But let me be the person to go off the chain with it. I'm telling you right now, we about to do something special, man. We about to do something special. Udoka ain't coming here to play. He's not playing with these boys. He ain't never missed the playoffs. He ain't gonna start now. He ain't gonna let youth be an excuse. And at the end of the day, it's basketball. And I feel like, okay, maybe the veteranship is gonna play a part in the playoffs. But we did have veterans. Vanvleet is a veteran. Dillon Brooks did go to the Western Conference Finals, and Jock Landale did play a lot of ball last year in the playoffs. So we do got a little bit of veterans. And you said bucket getters. Green is gonna be a bucket getter. KBJ is a bucket getter. Bari is going to be a bucket getter, and Alperen Sengun could get a bucket. Like, we got bucket getters, and we got defensive players, too. And like you said, defense can win a lot of games. And that's why I see us going to take the most improvement. It's going to be with the defense. I can see us maybe not top 10, but easily top 15. I see us around 8 or 9 top defense. I do see us there. If the Kings can do it, I feel like we can do it because we got better defensive players. And I feel like Udoka's going to be on these boys, and I feel like they're going to buy in. I don't see nobody. Tell me right quick. Nobody that's not gonna buy in, but maybe Ken Whitmore. But Ken Whitmore might not even play. Man, I just see. Like I said, I just see the league transferring to a younger generation. I think we just came in at the right time, and we're gonna run these veterans out the league, man.
Yeah, tell me right quick. Who do you want to see? Who wants to see the squad of like an Amen Thompson, Atari Eason, possibly even a Tate or an Uncle Jeff? Dillon Brooks,
Kevin Porter Jr.
That's just nasty. Like I don't want to have to play that squad. Like that's dirty. That's hands in my face. That's picking me up full court. Just quick hands, anticipation, decision making. That's just a nasty. He has so much dynamic players and so much this variety. Like they have so much of that on the squad. That he could throw a different lineup and a new look at you, and he's smart enough to do it, Udoka, since we're talking about coaching. He's smart enough to do it. I think, to be quite honest with y'all, we got the second, I would say maybe the top, we definitely got a top 5. I might even say a top 3 coach in the league right now. Spoelstra.
He'll top 5.
Maybe Spoelstra, maybe Kerr, and maybe Popovich.
Mike Malone.
Nah.
Yeah.
Udoka's better than Mike Malone. They're just those 3. That's it. 3 coaches. 3 coaches are better than Udoka. With the talent that he's got, these young boys, I know he's gonna run them out the gym. People are gonna be amazed at what the Rockets accomplish. I mean, I've been saying it: 45 wins, 44 wins. We're gonna be like number 3 in the West. We definitely gonna be up there with the Sacramento Kings. I'm glad Culture said that because I had been looking at all the rosters. We are literally built exactly like the Sacramento Kings, like damn near mirror image. They like the evil us's. It's crazy.
But we're deeper. We're deeper.
But we're deeper. Yeah, but we're deeper. They have a little bit better shooting, but we have more defense. We have way longer. We're lengthier. We're more athletic. We everybody from up to down is 6'8", 6'7" can dunk on you. I can't say the same thing for Sacramento, but if that Sacramento can make 3, like Culture said, man, we could easily get to at least 4 minimum. Come on now.
So you pushing 4th seed?
We could easily we should get to 4. If Sacramento can make 3 this year, we should get to 4.
I just can't get on that bull. I just can't get on it because it's just because we're coming from no structure at all. No structure, bro. We watch these, and I talent wise, yes, but talent don't win games all the time. Like a good competent system and a good people guys buying in and role players. If you got that perfect role player that plays that perfect role, then that's what wins you games. Like, and man, I hate to be like I said. I hate to think I'm just against y'all, but I'm literally not against y'all. I could see myself saying these same things that y'all are saying like 2 years from now. It's just these. I think we like y'all just jumping the gun a little bit. I just think that, and I hope to death that y'all right, because that's gonna be good for everything. That's gonna be good.
And I gotta add to this, barring injury. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, we could do it with, just 5 of our squad. No, we need everybody healthy. I just want to say that in order to predict that 45 games, they got to have at least everybody, no longer than 2 weeks out. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah, I'm at 44, between 44 and 46 wins. That's my predicament. But I can see us higher than that. Just man, I just don't know, Space. I just see it. I keep saying basketball is basketball. I just see Udoka just coming in and setting that tone. Just year one. You know what I mean? Like you said, we got the talent, so it's not going to be the lack of talent. So if it's not going to be the lack of talent, and it's not going to be the coaching, what could it be? Lack of will? Okay, it could be experience, but we do have experienced players. A veteran point guard is big. That's like having a veteran quarterback. That's like having the all-star quarterback. That can get you a lot of games, get you a lot of shit, just having a good quarterback. So having a veteran point guard, that's big on a young team. So we got
even more than that. It can get you better culture. Having a veteran point guard, like you said, a quarterback, that just changes your whole culture of your organization. And like if he's doing his job and he's not getting no big head, and he's doing what Udoka tells him to do and following instruction and leading the boys, everybody else that's going to trickle down. Everybody else is going to be like, yep. And you already heard Jalen Green talk on the Paul George podcast. I'm willing to do anything to win. I just want to win. I'll do anything. You already see KPJ. He was the only player that came to Udoka's signing or press conference release when he was announced as the coach. He want to do something. And you could see Cam Whitmore. He already had interviews. He was like, I just want to, whether it's 3-and-D, I'm gonna do whatever coach tell me to do. Whether he want me to come in and play D, whether he want me to give me shots, I can hit from the corner. Whether he want me to use my body, I don't care. Everybody is on board with listening to Udoka. Udoka has the plan. I don't see any reason why we're gonna be sub 44 games. There's no reason.
We got my boy Ringleader in here. We see what his takes is on it. What's up, Ringleader?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, hey. I ain't gonna lie, he kind of pushing it at that 3-4. I ain't gonna even sit up here and get my hopes up like that. But I do, like you say, I do see us making a big leap, but not no 4 seed. Like that's kind of like lofty thinking right there. That's like high hopes. Now, if that happened, that's like almost like.
That's the greatest turnaround in history in 1 year.
Yeah, that's like the top. That's like one of the best like comebacks ever. Like that rebuild they gonna talk about that. Even if we get past 40 games, they gonna be that's a big accomplishment. Just coming back from just winning like on a 3 years like struggle, and we come back, they're gonna make Udoka look like a mastermind. We win over 40 some games.
It's been done before.
If I was a gambling man, you know, some of y'all know my history, but
don't say if you a gambling man, you a gambling man.
I would say everybody put their money on Udoka as coach of the year. You know, I don't know what the odds is on it, but I think that's something to look into because Udoka for coach of the year would probably be a good bet going forward.
Absolutely,
I
think so.
Even usually that coach of the year goes to like top 2-3 seed coach that like turned them around like Mike Brown did the Kings, like your boy Coach been saying they compare everything to the Kings, but man, this is just I just can't see us getting that high, bro. I can't see us getting that high.
Even at 43, even at, like I say, 43 to me is high. It's pushing it, but I think that's easily achievable. But at 43 wins, that's a 20+ win season. And I mean, you have to consider Udoka for coach of the year at 23 win season. Let me say this one more thing, and this is probably not directly, relative to what we're talking about, but somebody did say that we might surpass the Lakers, and my prayers and wishes go out to the James family, man, and I think that could have an impact on the Lakers' win-loss total this year. If y'all heard about what happened with Bronny or whatever.
Yeah, prayers up for Bronny, man. Prayers up for Bronny.
Yeah, that could kind of change the trajectory of the league. I hate to sound like Skip Bayless, but that could kind of change the trajectory of the league going forward.
Somebody else has something. Who was it?
Yeah, man. Hey, I think if we make the, I'll be satisfied with the play-in. I feel like I got my money work when I go to the games and we make the play-in. I just don't want to see us repeat the same year, man. Like,
no, that's not happening.
I think we passed that. I really do think we're past that, ringleader. I will agree. We're past that tanking, looking like trash, looking like we don't have a clue what we doing on the court. I think we are past that point.
So we ain't 10 game losing streak this year, none.
No, I don't think you're gonna see double-digit losing streaks. We ain't gonna see nothing like that. I'm just not sure we're gonna be top 6-7 seed.
Why you laughing?
Because I think it's almost. I value all of y'all perspective, bro, and I'm hoping y'all right. That's the thing. I'm hoping y'all are right.
You know what?
I just can't see it though.
It boils down to us breaking down the other teams and trying to figure out what makes them a better all around team besides chemistry than the right. Because when we face the Lakers and people like that, we compete. We can beat them. And that was with Silas. We beat the Lakers We beat the Lakers. And Jalen Green had an explosive game against them. I think that was last year when he went in overtime. That boy went ham in overtime.
Yeah,
he did.
That was last year when he went ham in overtime. He won us the game.
Yeah.
Against the Lakers. That's why I say. And that was with Silas. So
he didn't get the memo we were supposed to tank. He said, "I need to look good out here versus LeBron."
See, my thing is this space with a top 15 defense. That put us right there. That put us right there in the middle of the pack. That alone, just having the top 15, top 12 defense, that put us right there in the middle of the pack. Just that alone, just that defense alone. Okay, so now add in the offensive punch that we can bring with the talent and with a structure like Udoka has. And my things that I'm adding that maybe you're not adding space is the defense, having the top 12 defense, and then also put it in that the league is turning into a more youthful league. So I'm throwing in that youthful league in, and I'm throwing that top defense, and that's why I'm getting my jump at.
I can almost guarantee you in 10 games of the regular season when we get back on this, we'll be able to tell where we at. Like the first 10 games, we'll be able to tell what we looking like. If we be over 500 the first 10 games, we might be on or something.
LV, you've been mighty quiet, bro. What you thinking, bro?
Man, I'm going up and down, but I just say the ceiling is the 6th seed. I'm talking about we have a perfect season. I still think that's the highest we can do. Obviously, I think like the floor is really looking like, the play-in. So I'm trying not to be unrealistic about it, but I'm also trying to enjoy what I'm seeing, But at the same time, I don't know who said this, but I agree with this statement. As long as we see some competitive basketball going forward, I'm already happy, man. Because you know how it was last year. 3 good quarters. It gets, they gave us, they got our hopes up every game, and then they'll lose it in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be going through that, man.
They were supposed to be tanking. That's why they couldn't unleash them. They couldn't let them boys go.
Me personally, I'll be ecstatic with the play-in, bro. I will be ecstatic with the play-in.
Yeah, me too.
That's real growth. That's growth we seen on paper. That's growth we seen, have to be internally. Who's smacking on something, bro?
Yeah, who making out that right?
You know what else though? Ghost made a real good point though. Is all right. So when teams get hot with the 3, I mean, I know we got defenders, but do we really have those shooters that can go at it toe to toe? We really don't right now, So it kind of tampers a little bit my expectations. But as long as we see competitive basketball, I could live with a loss. I mean, I could live with some, losses here and there, as long as we're being competitive,
No, I can't live with that no more. But that was like last year. We was competitive last year, but we kept losing. I don't want to say, at least we look like we good. I'm tired of that. I want to win at the stretch. I want to win games.
Who eating? Who's that? Somebody doing something or moving a microphone or something. Who that? That's you, LV?
Stop, no.
Man, stop. If you're doing something else, if you're not speaking, just put yourself on mute.
Yeah, but I don't want to go through that. Oh, we looking good on games we supposed to win. I don't want to be up 20 and end up losing. I don't want to go through that next year.
We won't. If we up 20 this year, it ain't happening.
I don't want to be up 20 and then we end up losing.
I mean, some of the best teams could come back at 20 down. You just don't want to see it happen on a regular.
I don't want it to look like it's. I don't want it to look like we tanking type look. Like
nah, we ain't gonna look like that. I don't think we're gonna look like that. I'm somewhere in the middle of y'all, bro. Like I'm in the middle, like riding the fence on y'all. I don't see us 6th, 4th, 5th, 3rd seed. I don't see that, but I can see us realistically 8th, 9th, 10th seed in the play-in, playing for a play-in. We might win the play-in game and get into the the playoffs that way. I'll be ecstatic. And then the next season, we know we're at least a play-in team. We got that foundation built. We know we're at least a play-in team. Now let's go for 5th, 6th, 4th, 3rd seed possibly. And then after we accomplish that, we can at least be a 3rd seed, 4th seed. Now let's say we can be the number 1 seed and we can be, we can go to the semifinals or even the finals. You know what I'm saying? Then I can see all that. But coming from Silas, let's get this. Let's clear our head and let's not get misguided about just everything. All our talent, because we got some of the talent. We got talent. I'm with y'all. But we coming from a baseless foundation to where these guys haven't played real structural basketball. They just been winging it. And to say we're gonna come from just winging it to be a top 5, top 4, even a top 6 seed in the league, especially in the West, I think that's a little bit lofty. I think that's a little bit naive, like a little bit gullible.
A lot of people going off of the talent and trying to make our record. You can't go off the talent because we know we got that. You got to go off the chemistry and
right.
You got to build. We got to build. You got to learn how to play with each other because that practice and all that ain't gonna get it. You got to know how to play with each other on that court when it's crunch time.
That's why I said we by December. Like I said, that's why I said at the very beginning, we're not gonna come out the gate just like 20 wins in a row or nothing like that. We probably had the first like maybe 6 or 7 games, then we'll probably lose 2 or 3 and then win 3, something like that. But they gonna have to figure it out. It's gonna be just like the Boston Celtics when they went to that championship 2 years ago or last year. It's gonna be like they're gonna have to break them bad habits. They're gonna have to try and figure out how to play in Udoka's system. But once they figure it out, which they will be doing daily and watching film and studying each player's strengths and weaknesses and opportunities for success, they're gonna figure it out by January. And by January, they're gonna do just like the Celtics did and go on like a massive 30-20 game where they lose like 3 games in like a 30-game streak.
Ooh,
it's gonna be
crazy. How many losses we gonna have before January?
How many losses we gonna have?
Yeah,
we'll probably have somewhere around 30, 20, 25, 30, something like that.
But see, we came a long way from Silas though, Chop. We came a long way, man. We added veterans. We added Vanvleet. We had Dillon Brooks, who, like somebody said, he's gonna take the best player on the team. He's gonna neutralize that. We got Vanvleet and we got Udoka, so we came a long way. Plus, we added Men Thompson, who's gonna be a big off the bench. And just my thing is, like, I understand where you coming from, Space, in the playoffs. I think it's gonna be a huge disadvantage, the experience wise. But during the regular season, when you just let the talent just go run and you just let the youth just run up and down the court, and you got these other veteran teams that's going to be sitting their veteran players here, and we're just going to have this youth just running up and down the court, I can see us having a nice stretch during the season. During the playoffs, okay, I can see experience coming into play, but by that time, we're going to have the chemistry there. I think our chemistry is more than a lot of people think. Like I said, this team been together for a little amount of time now. It's not like this just fresh off the meat rack. Like, Green and them is coming on 3 years now. Sengun and KPJ, they've been playing for 3 years. They've been going 3 years now. So, like, the chemistry is there. And, like, the players, I can't say the chemistry is there, but it kind of is there. Like, the players, they seem like they all like each other. Like, it's a nice young bunch. Like, you don't see, like, no animosity, like, with the Memphis and how Toronto was. Like, Tari's a good team player. Jabari, they got good attitudes. KPJ, Alperen Sengun. Like, Dillon Brooks is going to come in and be that veteran.
They all want to play for each other.
Yeah, the Vanvleet's going to come in and be that veteran. So I think that's where we also missing that. The veteran pickups is big.
But none of the veterans have played with us though. They haven't played with us. They still gotta have chemistry. Like, bro, chemistry is a real life thing, bro. I mean, like,
yeah, but those is veterans though. Space. These not like just any veterans. These is championship veterans that know how to come in and plug themselves in. I think.
Man, I'm just when don't say Space ain't caution us, because I'm and you said I know you got a big channel. This really just how I feel. It don't. If I'm gonna jump out the window on something, I feel strongly about something, I'm gonna say it. I legit.
You don't see it.
No, not yet. Like I'm so ecstatic.
So what's the number one thing that stopped you from seeing it? Okay, say Udoka, you know what Udoka's gonna bring, and then count in the defense that he's gonna bring. So count that defense, then just tell me like where you don't see it at.
First on the defense, I just can't say because we got Udoka that automatically make us a top 10 defense, or I'm not gonna just grant that, because as far as wing depth, and yeah, we got some hell of a dogs that can play some defense. But our big men, they still kind of on the last, when your last line of defense is kind of weak. That can compromise the whole team. Now, if you gonna tell us all our wings and our point guard are gonna play like you say the 2002 Pistons or something like that, then yeah, I can see it. But these guys haven't been in a real true system. These guys, the whole lingo is gonna change. They're gonna be playing with new people, new people, new veterans. It's just factors, bro. That to where I don't think it's gonna allow us to just be.
You gotta see it first.
Yeah, it's just factors, bro.
Hold up.
What's up?
Tell me Jabari and Tari and Hudgens and Samuels and Nate Hinton, they ain't never played together neither.
Look who they was playing against.
First time
bro.
they seeing each other too.
They weren't playing against. They weren't playing against KDs and James Hardens and Joel Embiid's and Giannis's and Jokic's.
You're adding factors in.
Those are factors. Those are the factors I'm talking about.
I know, but you just added those. You just said the only thing that matters is that these guys haven't played together. They don't know the lingo is going to change. The coaching is going to change.
Yes, all of that.
That's going to change.
All of that.
But they look at what we did in Summer League. That's a new coaching staff. They ain't never heard them lingo before. They don't know those people.
But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Made it to number 2.
We're playing against. We're gonna have to play against veteran squads that's been together, and that's been done that's been in the playoffs, that knows how to play the right way. That's probably a little bit better constructed as far as player roles and established. They are established. They know when you playing on the Milwaukee Bucks, you know Giannis is going to get 28, 30 shots a game. You know that. You know what I'm saying?
But strictly speaking from coaching, a new platform, newness.
It's a lot of
guys hearing. Just speaking from that alone, it can be done. I'm not talking about anybody else's team or squad or who we going against. That's coming as another factor later. Just speaking from what you said earlier, just disputing that only point. Oh, they're not going to know how to play together. It's too hard. It's not going to work. They just don't know how to, it's a whole different level of game. They're going to have to learn how to this and where the spots are. They did it. They showed you they could do it.
In Summer League? Are you talking about in Summer League?
Yes.
Summer League, do you know Summer League is the most vanilla, basic brand of basketball you will ever see? They don't scheme. They're not scheming. They're not running boxing ones. They're not hedging. They're not doing. They're not doing that. They don't have the caliber of players like all-star type caliber players down there, bro. We talking about guys that's been there and done that already. That's actually, and they got the bodies and they're filled out. They done seen almost every scheme in the league already. These guys, we haven't seen that. Like, we haven't seen. We don't know, bro. We a simple double team was killing us last year. Whoever had the ball in their hands and they was bringing it up, they just throw 2 people at them. We gonna turn it over. These are certain, and like when like Jalen Green shoot the ball, in the concept of basketball, when the shooting guard shoots the ball, the first person back should be the point guard to stop the dribble, the fast break, the transition. We seen none of that, bro. Like, guys are just sitting around or
the case though this year.
I'm just saying, bro. We are starting from nothing. Like, these boys haven't been taught to play basketball the right way. And for somebody that's just like riding a bike. When your first time you get on that bike, you're going to scrape your knee, you're going to fall off, you're going to do everything wrong. You're going to be scared to even let go of the handlebar. By the time you've been riding a bike for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, you popping wheelies, you riding with no hands, you on it backwards, you got people on the handlebars riding with you. It's just levels to it. You feel me? Like, we're not nowhere near that yet.
Ain't that what practice and the preseason is for? To get those wrinkles out? You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. But my thing is, this is not rocket science. At the end of the day, it's basketball. It's
right.
Exactly.
So practice.
I hear you, but practice. You don't go full speed in practice against. When
these gonna be good practice.
Like, I think our bench will be better than a lot
of. Gonna argue with you on that.
I think a lot of our bench will be probably better than a lot of benches that we see because they split the teams up starters against more like second teams to go at it in practice. So I think iron will sharpen iron, and we will get there, bro. But I just don't think we're there yet, bro. It's so many concepts to basketball, and the game moves so much faster when you going at with live bullets and you actually playing for something. I don't think it's just gonna be a like snap of the finger and we just practice, bro. These other teams been practicing for 5-6 years together already. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the pushback I had. Is that that's the pushback I had? Is that first of all, I mean, no, it's not rocket science, but when you think about learning 300 plays, it's not something that that we can really just say, oh yeah, it's that simple. It's really not, man. I mean, if you ever play like high school or junior high ball where you learn 6 plays, you get in college, then you go up to like 30 plays. When you get to the NBA, you jumping all the way up to maybe 200, 300 plays. Sometimes you got to learn. It's not rocket science, but it's definitely not, it's not a tea party either. The other thing is the rocket science that you learning in a year, teams have already been learning for 4 years. So you might be a rocket scientist on 1 year, but they're astrophysicists and rocket scientists by the time they've been playing together for 5 years. And you got players like Patrick Beverley, who is a savant. You got players like LeBron, who's a savant. And he's at, whatever year he's at, but he still knows what you're going to do before you do it. And you've only been there for 3 years. He's been there for 20. So how do you compete with that? Yeah, you got athleticism. Yeah, you got a little youth on your side. But you're talking about people who are savants, Kevin Durant. And we forgot about the Phoenix Suns. The other thing you got to look at is you're on the West Coast. Some of these West Coast teams that are going to be the elite teams in the league, you're going to have to play 3 times, 4 times. So if you just do the simple math of that and you say 15 teams, out of those 15 teams, you're going to play some of them 3 times. What's that? 45 games. So out of those 45 games, you think you're going to beat those teams all 3 times? No, you're not going to beat them all 3 times. So what you hope to do is that you end up getting,
one off
25 wins off, right, one off of them, maybe 20 games off the East Coast, maybe you win. You see what I'm saying? And maybe they get you to 40 win. Maybe they get you to 50. Maybe they get you to 40 win. Maybe they get you to 43 win.
Silas got him, Coach. What we gonna do?
No, hold on.
Man,
First of all,
no, man.
Silas got your bamboozled.
I'm a
when
cry.
y'all say we wasn't playing under a structure, I say Silas gave them structure. He taught them to do things that they weren't comfortable with. All the players that we was looking at doing things out, the stuff that LP was doing, he did it under Coach Silas. The reason y'all like LP was because of what Coach Silas allowed him to do. Yeah, he wasn't a disciplinarian. Yeah, he didn't let him switch on defense and try to hedge the man. No, but he did allow him to learn how to drop back every single time, which is what he's going to have to do to be a good defender right now.
But see,
So,
that's big on the young team. Yes, he gave them the extra O's, but he don't got that backbone that these young kids need. They need that backbone that's gonna look you in the eye and dog you in practice. They need that. They can get the extra O's,
okay.
but they need a dog. And we, like you said, we got veterans too, though. We do got Vanvleet. He's a veteran. We do got Dillon Brooks. He's a veteran. So we do got veterans that can keep up with other veterans. And Udoka's also here. That's gonna bring that veteran leadership.
Let's not forget about Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff will get in your face.
And then really,
Uncle Jeff, yeah. Okay,
and
so
I'm not worried.
I'm
not worried about the Suns really, because we've seen these super teams get
But
together
they
and they don't have no chemistry together.
Before you go off on a tangent, hold on. Before you go off on a tangent, hold on. Time out, bro.
They don't have no bench.
Because you came in and you was talking, but you didn't deal with the math. Deal with the math. Look, let me tell you something. When you push back with me, you got to make sense. I'm not just going to let you ramble on about stuff that don't make sense. Push back with the math. It's 15 teams on the West, possibly. You're going to have to play some of those teams 3 times. Do the math.
I'm not worried about the math. I'd say the Rockets is better. The Rockets is better than most of the teams in the West. I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you, besides Denver,
you just talking.
Maybe Sacramento.
No, you got a point.
Talking, nigga, you just talking too.
You
We
ostracized.
both just talking, nigga. We both just talking.
You ostracized right
we
now.
both just talking, nigga.
All right, fellas, calm down. Calm down.
We got the numbers.
No, I love it. Hey, I love it, bro. Like cause no. He ain't mad. He's just trying to stress his point. That's it.
You can't make me mad. That's what you trying to do to make me mad, bro. You can't make me mad.
Nah, he ain't making you mad, man. I know he a hood and he just like that, bro. This our first time talking together. Right? Like, but he is kind of making sense. We got to beat some of these teams 3 times, like 4 times if they in our division. That means like the Dallases, we're gonna have to play 4 times. In New Orleans, we have to play like 4 times. The Spurs, I think we can beat them 2 out of the 2 times. We can split at least. Maybe we can probably get them 3-1. I mean, we got to play OKC 4 times. You know what I'm saying? And then like Western Conference. I mean, on the far Pacific, the Pacific. Thing.
So we're not gonna beat Memphis. We're not gonna beat Memphis all 4 times. I give us 2 out of 2.
No, we're not gonna beat Memphis like that.
I give them 2 out. So that's 2. New Orleans Pelicans, they up and down. We don't know what they're gonna do.
Hey, we just need to be realistic with ourselves and say, man, we make the play in, we're gonna be happy.
Yeah, bro. Let's come to the play in, bro. Let's come to the play in and make it happy or even.
I'm way past the play in.
Damn, bro, because
I got big hopes. I got big hopes in Udoka. I got trust in Udoka. I do. Majority of trust is in Udoka. I'll give you that. My trust is in Udoka. My trust is in the talent. We got the talent. Hold on, brother. Let me talk, man. My trust is in the team. We got a deep team. We got the players. We 8 deep. We got the talent. We got the bench. We got the coach. So now it's all just to the will. It's just to the will of the players. And I don't think Udoka's going to slack on the will. He's going to push these boys every day in practice hard. The team is going to – iron is going to sharpen iron. And a lot of these veteran teams, they take breaks during the season. They rest their players. They do this. The Suns, we don't see these super teams get teams together like the Nets. And they don't have no chemistry. They don't have no bench. They don't have no team. The team is not no – we got a solid 8 team, a roster.
Coaching. We understand what you're saying, bro. We know what we got, but it just gotta gel together, bro. We just can't say, oh, we got these type of talent.
We can't either. We can say we can, and we just can't say we can't. So just make your point, dog.
What I'm saying is, if we want to be more realistic with ourselves, we gotta be real with ourselves. We can't just. You can't be lofty thinking that's like okay, that's like saying okay, we're gonna be 3rd seed when you know damn well that's like pushing it.
Hey man, I seen a fool in high school pull the hottest girl that was there, man. He had no game, no drip. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all talking about it can't happen. I'm telling y'all, man, you know what he had? That boy had mouthpiece. That's all he needed.
Look,
and I'm telling y'all, y'all ain't counting.
You know what make Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, and Steve Kerr great coaches, and probably Udoka, is that they're great managers. They're able to look at the schedule, and then they'll look at the schedule and they'll say, you know what? The first game of this back-to-back is against a hard team. We're going to play that one, and then we're going to go ahead and play our starters on the second game because it's an easy team. And now on this back-to-back, what we have is an easy team and a hard team. So we're going to rest our starters on the first game, and then we're going to play them on the second game, which is the harder game. And so what you look at is you saying it's a numbers crunch. And you have to be able to look at this schedule. You have to be able to look at the games in front of you and do a numbers crunch. That's why the numbers matter. So if you say out of 15 teams, then you have to play some of them 3 or 4 times. If you do the math, you're looking at 60 games. You're looking at 55 to 60 games going to be on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm looking at it right now. Hold up. I'm looking at it right now. So in our division, we got Memphis, New Orleans, Dallas, and San Antonio. We play each of them 4 times. So that's 16 games. So then you got the other teams, there's 10 of them. So we play each of them 2 times. So that's 20 games. So I'm not seeing the 60 games you're talking about.
So what you're telling me is we only play 20 games on the West Coast. You're not doing the math right, bro.
Nah, he
That's
didn't
not
say
right.
20. He's saying we paying like
Nah, we playing like
36.
30 something.
30, yeah, 30 something. 30, 38.
And
36.
50 games on the East Coast, 36 on the West, and then how many on the East? That makes out of 82 games, we playing 36 on the West.
Oh, no. Hold up. No.
Now, because I don't think you did the Pacific Division and the the Midwest kind of. Well, that's a Pacific when you got Utah, the Lakers, the Clippers, all of those in a different division from us.
Do we play the Northwest Division and Pacific Division 4 times in a season? I think we do, right?
Not every team. Not every team. We'll play at least 3. Yeah.
Okay, but in our division though, we play 4 times.
Yeah,
San Antonio, OKC, and who else? Dallas.
San Antonio, Memphis, New Orleans, and Dallas. We play 4 times.
Lakers, we play 4 times.
No, we don't.
I think we play.
No, we usually play Lakers 3 times. We usually.
Okay. Well, then that's those 10 teams. Then we play, let's say 3. So 3 times 10 is 30. Then. So that's 30 out of just the 2 divisions that we're not in. That's 30 games.
So it's like 46.
So it's like 46 or something like that. So you're saying if we're talking about math, you're saying that we're not gonna beat Denver, Minnesota, OKC, Utah, Portland, Sacramento, Phoenix, LA Clippers, Golden State, LA Lakers. We're not gonna beat those teams the best of 3. All them teams gonna whoop our ass. We only gonna get 1.
No, what I'm saying is if you split those games and let's say you do 50-50, just a rough number, 50-50.
Just split it even. 41-41.
That's still 20. That's still 21 games, basically.
Yeah.
And so that's 20 wins, and then the rest of those games, the ones that's the elite teams. You think
which is only Denver. If you're talking elite, it's only Denver, Memphis, Sacramento.
Not even Memphis. You can't say
Clippers.
the league. You can't say
Bro, Memphis still good, bro. I'm gonna put them up there.
Good, but they're not elite. They're not elite without John Morant for 25 games and Dillon Brooks and Tyler.
No, that's the other thing, though. They don't have Ja for the first 25 games. So
But they replaced Dillon Brooks. They replaced him. They replaced him with Marcus Smart, bro.
Marcus Smart ain't no Tyus Jones was a big piece off the bench.
Marcus Smart is the just won Defensive Player of the Year last year.
That's 2 different players.
He won that on Udoka,
John Morant is going 25 games. That's 3 players, and they only plays with 1 player.
He won Defensive Player of the Year under Udoka.
For sure, but he was always at the top of the list of one of them of perimeter defenders, bro. He's been
well on them number crunches. We win 21 games on the West. Can we win 20 of them on the East?
Yes. If we win 20 games on the West and we win 23 on the East, that's still going to get us 43 games, which is going to get us to a play-in tournament, which is good. I'm not saying it's not good. What I'm saying is that is like Go said. That's saying that, hey, in the beginning of the season, when we need to be gelling, we beating the teams that we supposed to beat while we learning, which is that's a contingency. That's just saying it's maybe we come in and if we don't have no friction in the locker room, everything works out smooth. The other thing, my other pushback was this: you get into the season, there's not a lot of practicing going on, so they have to be hauling ass in practice right now. And in the off season is when they have to get their practices and learn all these 300 plays, and they have to get it going right now, because when the season starts, it's not going to be a lot of practicing going on. It's going to be workouts. It's going to be shoot arounds, quick workarounds, and in the gym, stuff like that. People going to be changing, shifting their body weight, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff like that. So it's not going to be the getting together and gelling in practice like
I think they're gonna have like 30 plays max, man. I don't think they're gonna have no.
Okay. This what I will grant y'all. The 45, the 48 win people. LV culture.
I'm at 45.
I'm at 40. I'm at 44, 45 as well.
Okay, I will grant y'all this. I will grant this is the only way I think realistically we can get up that high. If teams are just overlooking us and thinking we just gonna be the same old Rockets, and we just come in and they just don't get up for us like the first quarter of the season, and we end
I
up
like it.
like you know
Element of surprise, space.
17. Yeah, we end up like 17-8 or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? We get up.
You're not factoring that in. That's a good point.
Yeah, if we get up like a 9 or 10 game lead, you know what I'm saying? Like wins to losses, and we got that cushion to where we done stack that cushion up. And usually around December, January, it ebbs and flows. We probably lose a few more than what we did early in the season, and then it start clicking again for us down like in February, March, April. And we go on like a couple of winning streaks. Like we win 7 here, lose a couple, then we win 5 here, lose a couple, then we win. You know what I'm saying? Another 6 here. I will grant y'all if that's gonna be like the trajectory of it. But if we gonna come out and while we learning and we're losing games and we don't really click until after Christmas, it's gonna be hard for me to see us getting up to like the 5th, 6th, 4th seed. I think if it happens on the latter of the situation I just laid out, I think we will be playing for a play-in spot.
Thing is, Space. My thing is, does defense win games? Yes. Does good bench having a deep bench win games? Yes. Does a good coach win games? Talent win games.
Whose background is that? They're kind of loud.
Not mine.
I ain't got no kids, so ain't mine. So my thing is just like it's just there, man. The defense, I see us as a top 12 defense next year. I mean, Udoka's gonna have us a top 12 defense. I think the bench, having a deep bench, is gonna win us games. I see the talent is gonna win us games. I see Bari is taking that next step. We ain't gonna see the same Bari as last year. We're gonna see Bari like you seen in the summer league. That's what Bari you're gonna see. Green, we still up and down in Green. We're gonna see in the Olympics, in the world team, how Green is. That's a good chance to see Green. Other than that, KPJ is going to be KPJ. Alperen Sengun is going to be Sengun. Vanvleet is going to bring the leadership. Dillon Brooks is going to be there. Tari is going to be Tari. And I just think that the bench, man, the bench is going to win some games. Being a top 12, top 15, top 10 defense is going to win us games. Udoka is going to win us games. Our talent is going to win us games. And like at the end of the day, man, I just the sky's the limit with this team, man. Like you said, maybe 2 or 3 years, I see us winning championships. But this year, we're going to take that big leap to where we're gonna be like, yo, we're a team to reckon with. And I see it's like at a good 6th seed.
Yep, shockers. I see it too.
Okay. Who we got in there? Somebody came back. Oh, here come my boy Frank. Frank about to weigh in on the situation, Frank.
Frank the Tank.
Frank, how you feeling, man? Have you been listening to the stream, bro? Frank, can you hear me? I can't hear you, Frank. Are you muted?
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, you good.
All right, my bad. I'm doing it from my phone, so.
Oh yeah, you good.
Yeah, I've been listening, man. It's probably one of the most entertaining lives y'all done.
These boys are going at it, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like they be saying in them battles. Yeah.
Hey,
at the end of the day,
this is real barber. Yeah, this is real chop up barbershop talk we having right here, bro.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna lean with just because I don't think the play number is kind of wild. I don't think the NBA has like 300 plays, but.
He was saying NFL. He was talking about the NFL.
Oh, okay. I would say that experience is probably what we lacking. With all the stuff like what Culture was saying, yeah, all that does matter. And I think that's why 35 to 40 is a realistic outcome. I think that 31.5 over under is a bit low. But I think at the end of the day,
31 and a half, that's where it's at?
Yeah, that's the line.
So,
yeah, that's low. So put money on that over. But I would say the only way, like what EF was saying about, to me, that's my thing, is like you going against, I don't give a damn what job you do. And you could get all the training in the world, the best thing that makes somebody elite is intuition, bro. Like whatever job you're doing, if you've been there about 3, 4, 5 years, there's stuff it's like you don't have to think about it. I don't think our guys are there yet. So I don't think that's something that comes just because you got a good coach or anything like that. I think that comes with time, man. Time is the only barrier right now the Rockets got. I agree with everything, elite players, all that stuff, good coach, they're going to build something. But Like I said, man, I don't care if you're a plumber. Like, there's just stuff you could walk in and see something, be like, oh yeah, that's wrong. So when you're going against Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Jason Tatum, these dudes, they seen it all, done it all, bro. They can diagnose stuff split second. They know game plans. They know what the coach want to do. They know what you want to do. Jalen, Jabari, all them boys got to learn how to watch film. They got to learn how to rest. There's so much stuff that goes into like just getting ready for a game and then doing all that. And you got even the vets that are here, they got to mesh together. People don't talk about do Fred VanVleet game matchup with Dillon Brooks. You know what I mean? That's another aspect of it is you putting together new players all across the board, old and young. So I think, and the coaching system, and they all learning. Fred don't even know Ime Udoka style. So even he gonna have a great spirit where he's trying to learn, where he gonna mess up, and it's not intuition to him. So I think that's the only thing I would say that it would cause them not to be like, it might look a little funny at first, but one thing, and I don't know who said this, they gonna play hard, like regardless. And I think that alone, just because the NBA, teams be resting and tanking, they be load managing. Just off the rip, you gonna win like 15 games just off of some teams BS. Like it's November something and Giannis gonna sit out because they got a big game against a division rival or something like that in the next game, or it's a back-to-back. So we, as long as we healthy, bro, like I always say, Orlando, I think we better than Orlando was last year. Orlando won 34 games, and they tanked like the last month of their season to try to get a draft pick. So they could have pushed 40. You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't think 40 is like crazy. I think that's 35, 40 is the baseline. That's what I feel.
Can I do something right quick? Space.
What's that? What you need to? What's that?
Hey, if I could just run down the roster and y'all could tell me who makes the 15 and the 13 man roster, because I'm trying to figure out who's actually going to be on it. Y'all think we could see Coach Udoka turn Willie Cauley-Stein back into the Kentucky Cauley-Stein? Because when he was with Kentucky, he was yamming on folks as a lob threat, and he was defending the rim.
Didn't we give up the rights to him?
It says he's on the roster. I don't know. He's making like $10,000 or something.
What in the NBA, bro?
10,000?
That ain't even the vet minimum.
That ain't even G League pay. But go ahead, run them down, bro.
They got Willie carrying bags for the team, or you sure he play basketball?
Straight up.
I just see someone flipping him for an extra piece.
He must be our water boy.
So DJ Augustine.
He not here either, bro.
Okay, yeah, Aaron Holiday.
Yeah, he here.
Yeah, he gonna make the roster. They brought him in for shooting. And
Hudgens on his two-way.
That's a good one, man. I don't know, man. Some people like Hudgens in the summer. I really didn't. I mean, he did what he normally do, which is jack up a lot of shots.
Yeah,
I didn't like his defense.
I didn't particularly like him. I mean, no.
So we know VanVleet's gonna be on there
for sure.
We know Green's gonna be on there.
Yeah.
KPJ, Jayshawn Tate.
No.
He not making the 15-man roster.
Oh man, my boy Real, man. He don't like Jay-Sean.
He gonna give like 8 minutes a game, probably.
But he gonna be on the roster though.
His stat stuffer.
All right, Dillon Brooks.
Fact.
Darius Days.
Nah, Days. No, the Days.
Nah.
He not making a roster. Thompson, of course. Whitmore, of course. Eason, of course. Uncle Jeff, of course. Landale, Sengun, Jabari. Then they got this guy, Willie Cauley-Stein, Frank Kaminsky, and Boban Marjanovic.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we gave up we let them.
Yeah, I think those guys are gone.
I think they're gone.
Yeah,
I think they're
gone.
They
just still showing on the internet that they
yeah.
on our team, but they ain't nobody on them. They ain't on our team no more. They gotta go.
Frank Kaminsky and Boban are gone.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
We're just gonna have a 10-man rotation. Probably. That's it.
That's what I had on my minutes, Frank. You remember the minutes? The last stream I was on, I had basically a 10-man rotation.
Yeah, most
Maybe,
good teams have
may,
about 10, 11 players deep during the regular season, then it shrink down to like 7.5 during the playoffs. So that's about it.
yeah, maybe 11 with the new guy
Jeff
we got.
Green, Doc Lindell.
Hold on, Frank. Where is this half a player we gonna get?
Who's the half a play? It's going to be whoever the worst defensive liability is that we need to come in and score. That's usually the half a player. Is that guy that you go in there, get in there, Ryan Anderson. Let's get a couple minutes.
That's
out
gonna
of
be
you.
Mayer. That's gonna be my
Yeah,
boy Mayer.
and once he start getting cooked, you just pull him back in, bro. Like, all right, bro, good job. That's that half a player. That's when you say they give him 7.5 players. That's that player that they do one thing real good, but then you just can't leave him out there too long.
You got the starting five. Then you got KPJ. You got Tari. You got Amen. You got Jay Sean Tate. You got Jock Lindell. That's 10 right there. Then you got Jeff Green. That's 11. So without Jeff Green, you got a solid 5. Like I said, Frank, we got the first 5. Then we got 3 more that could legit be starters on any teams. KPJ, Amen Thompson, and
Tari.
No, Tari.
Oh,
and
Tari.
Ken Whitmore. So what I'm saying? So like we so deep, man. Like I don't see what other team is gonna mess with our bench.
You just gotta go look at the other rosters. I think that's what we're not doing is you're looking at the Rockets roster, then you compare player to player, and just look at. I think upside is one thing. Upside is like an accumulation of skills that actually turn into something. But a lot of teams got real players that's been there. That stuff matters, bro. Like it matters. Like
What team was name a team?
any team, pick a contender, bro.
Let's go with the
Just
champs.
Go
who's the
anybody.
champs? Yeah, just name a team. I don't know. Just pick a team, man.
They're not deeper than us.
Nah, who you assuming like Jabari isn't deep because he sucked, bro. He sucked last year. You know what I mean? Tari isn't. You can't say we deep coming off a 22-win season, bro. Like you can't say that yet. Like maybe after like next year, yeah, we got a deep squad, but that for me to take your argument face value, I got to make a lot of assumptions, bro. And I can't give you that assumption because I've seen other teams actually go 10 deep and make a playoff run. So I can't take away they status and say I'm a dock them and just say they guys trash and say ours is better because we got better talent. Like they got to do it.
Okay,
so that's my only argument.
That's what I've been preaching. Haven't I been telling it for 2 hours telling y'all this? That's what I've been saying, bro.
But listen, that was on a tanking team, and that was under Silas. Okay, so now you got Fred Finley. He's a starter. Jalen Green, he's a starter. Dylan Brooks, a starter. Jabari, I don't know how your doubts is down, but I think Jabari will be seen in the summer.
No. I ain't down. Like I'm not down in. Like okay, I know they all talented. I'm just saying like they got to do it, bro. Like it's one thing to say we see flashes, but you gotta show me.
I'm just saying talent wise, deep wise. Okay, we got the starting 5. Those are all legit starters. Now Tari, he could be a starter on any team. Amen could be a starter on any team. KPJ can be a starter on any team. That's 8 deep right there. Legit 8 strong, like an 8 strong.
Nah, I don't think a man could be a starter on any team till he actually plays in the NBA game. I gotta, like I said, I don't think Tari could be there's some teams like that who like on Denver. Whose spot would Tari Easton take on their starting 5?
Caldwell Pope easily.
KCP.
Hell nah. Caldwell Pope is like a 40-some% 3-point shooter, bro. That man is one of the biggest reasons they won that chip. Like you looking at. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Now, whenever you talk about depth, what you really talk about is who can focus for the amount of time that their time allocates them on the court. It's not about just do I got a body that shows efficiency when he's out there, but it's who can focus at the particular time I need them to focus. So if you take a player like Tari, he can focus on defense, but on offense, is his focus always what you need it to be? So in that aspect, he's good for defensive possessions and he's good for middle of the game possessions. But do you want him on the court at the end of the game when he might turn over the ball? So in that aspect, he doesn't count as depth.
I think you could put Tari up there with Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr.
I don't want Pope on offense either.
Nah, y'all doing a lot. Listen, bro, like you gotta imagine like Caldwell Pope, he got 2 rings, bro, and it started on both teams.
But it wasn't because of him though at all.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you're building a team, and this is one thing that NBA history has always taught us. It's not about talent, bro. It's about complementary. And the teams, I mean, these teams that put together these super talented teams hardly win championships because it's not. It's like you gotta have. It's like a house, bro. Like you can't just put a bunch of like kitchens in a house. You gotta have your bathroom. You gotta have the master bedroom. You got everything. Got to make sense. And sometimes just having multiple players that are all high level picks don't mean that you can build a contender. It has to fit. And guys, like you got to look at your team. Who's your guy? Who's going to play off of them? What do guys bring to the table? Do they
I
shoot? Are
disagree,
they
bro.
three and
If you
D?
have 5 Jordans on the team, they win in every game.
Nah, they ain't, because you even ask Michael Jordan, he gonna tell you he needed Pippen. He needed you know what I mean? He needed all those boys to try to they needed Rodman to do what he did.
And that's why I'm not. That's why I'm not worried about the Suns. I'm not because we got a legit.
Yeah, I ain't either. I think the Suns gonna crash out.
We got a legit team. We got a legit team, and we got a legit bench, and we got a legit coach, and we're gonna have a top 15, top 12 defense. Defense alone, if Mike Brown could turn around the Kings and make them a top 8 defense, I don't see why Udoka can't come here and make us a top 10 defense when we got better defensive players.
They got vets though. King got old heads on there.
Culture. I think the thing you're doing is you're assuming our growth, and then you're assuming that other teams are just gonna stay stagnant. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like I think most teams will get better too. They done got better too. You've seen a lot of teams that got better too. They didn't added pieces. They didn't like Memphis. I don't see us being better than Memphis, bro. Like I hope so. Like I'm with y'all. Like I'm truly with y'all on a lot of this stuff. But like Frank just said, I'm with y'all. Like maybe 2 years from now, then we can start talking like this. But right now, we coming from nothing. 22 win season, bro, and you think we just gonna jump up to like 45, 50 wins to be a third seed? Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we still at 22.
I don't think 55. I don't think 45 wins will get us to the third seed. Listen, if I and maybe I'm wrong because sometimes it do get tight. 1 or 2 wins do jump you up a spot or 2 in the West. But if I'm saying 43 wins get us to a play-in or maybe the eighth, eighth, ninth, 7th seed. Okay, cool. I don't think the 3 wins will jump you all the way up to the in this year. I don't think that's going to jump you up to the third seed, even though we see it sometimes where 2 games can get you up or 2 games and a half can get you up 2 or 3 spots and teams start to lose. But I just think that this year in the West is going to be deep. And I know, like Frank said, he's not worried about Phoenix and stuff like that, but Phoenix is going to be a top 4, top 5 team.
Yeah, I'm talking.
He's talking about in the playoffs. I'm pretty
as a champion. Like I think they're gonna lose to a better build. Like I think Denver still beat them. I think if Golden State come back right, they'll still be. I'll put them over Phoenix just because their issue is they have a lot of they're top heavy, but we know top heavy don't win chips. You feel me? We've seen this over and over and over again.
The thing to do would be to say who's gonna be the best teams in the league: Denver, Golden State, Lakers, Phoenix, maybe Clippers, Sacramento. That's 6 teams.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like the Golden State, we're deeper than Golden State. The Kings, we're deeper than the Kings. These other teams, we're deep. We're just playing out deeper. Like
how are you deeper than Golden State?
How? Okay, so name 5, and then name some couple players off their bench.
Okay, they got a championship squad, and then they got Chris Paul. And they deeper than us right there. They deeper than us because they got a Hall of Fame point guard coming off the bench. They deeper than us.
I got a question for everybody on this line right now. If we win 35 games, y'all gonna cry?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna think it's a deal.
Nah, that's
mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's a
playing at least a playing. It's a disappointment for me.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm with that. If we ain't flirting with that playing, if we don't make the playoffs, like okay, but I feel like with the money they've made, like I think that should be. If we miss it by like a game or 2, but if we just flat out don't make it, mission failed.
No.
That's why I was trying to bring y'all on my side, bro. I'm trying to. The play-in is a happy medium where we both can say this
That's
is
my low though, Space. That's my low.
See, that should be your high. I mean, not high, but that should be your even. Like that should be like your expectations.
And you know why it's different for you know why it's different for us with the expectations for us. The culture point is like you look at OKC for example. they've done their success with just young boys, right? They got these young boys on there doing their thing. We've actually brought in some vets, bro. We brought in some old heads, so that should give us a little bit of a. It's like they're trying to accelerate that, getting to that
It's a faster.
competitive level. You know what I mean? So I don't see us like I said, like Orlando, where they won 34 games and tanked like the last 14 games. They could have won 40 games, and they had a bunch of young kids on there. So
Granted, that's in the East, but
you know what I mean? Yeah, but still, like the Rockets should be able to win 35, 40 games, bro. You paid a lot
That's
of
why I
money
say I'm
bringing
gonna
some
cry
vets.
right
Easy.
now,
That's where I'm
because
at.
if we pay, we paying Dillon Brooks, we paying Fred VanVleet, not VanVleet. If we paying Fred VanVleet, Dillon Brooks, and we got Ime Udoka. If all we get is 10 games out of that, I'm crying. I'm hollering. I'm gonna come back over here and I'm gonna raise hell. I'm gonna say hire back Silas, and I'm protesting Stone.
Nah, that's just your
Damn, you
agenda,
want
bro.
Silas
Slander.
back, bro? No, I
Nah,
don't want
he
Silas
trying
back.
to see.
Man, you
Yeah, I
talking
gotta
crazy,
watch
man.
him.
You sleeping?
Yeah, he trying to circle back on the Silas thing, bro. We know you still love Coach Silas, bro. He got a job. He working in Detroit. You know, he got his little 8 million or whatever it is, so he good, bro.
If all we get is 10 wins, man, I'm gonna be livid.
I'm more with culture, man. You know, that defense, it's gonna be hard to score on these boys. I'm just looking up and down the roster. It's gonna be hard to score on us. Even if you got to learn a playbook. Even if you got to, you know, and they all said that they would listen to Udoka and all that. They've got it on record saying that. I'm telling y'all, man, the culture, yes, you got to be able to play together, but just the amount of doggery on the squad up and down, from Jeff to Jabari, Tari, Cam, Amen, Dillon Brooks, Jason Tate, Kevin Porter Jr., Fred VanVleet with the quick hands. It just, it's dogs at every position. Like it's nasty. Like you don't have to get taught that. That's just, I'm anticipating you, boy. You ain't about. I'm about to lock you up.
Hey, Space.
What's up, bro?
I'm kind of like leaning in on culture too. Like now the way he made it seem like if we only get 10 games better than what we did, that's a failure.
I agree,
bruh. We won 22. I'm saying we're gonna be at least 35, 38 to 42.
I think with the money we spend in the new coach, we should at least win another 20 on top of that if we don't come out playing. If we ain't coming to play, we should win 20 more than what we did last year, and that's like 41, 42 games.
Man, Culture, he dialed that back a little bit because the culture.
I gotta set 45. I said between 44 and 46. I got us at 45, and I got us anywhere from the 6 to the AC, and I'm standing on that. And I just don't see us. I just see us the same as the Kings, man. Mike Brown,
we better than OKC.
If Mike Brown comes in and make them a top 8 defense his first year, I don't see why Udoka can come here and make us the same thing. And we have better dogs. We have Tari Eason. They don't have no Tari Eason. We have a Jabari. Tari Eason could have made. If Tari Eason had started minutes, I know if Will could all that shit, but if Tari had started minutes, he would have definitely made the defensive rookie team. Barry made a defensive rookie team. Dillon Brooks was on an all-NBA defense team. Amen is definitely going to make the all-rookie team. I mean, those is dogs. These are all rookie, all defensive.
Tari Eason is like a combination of Draymond Green and like, what's that boy's name?
Now you put all defensive players with a good defense.
He's nasty.
Bro, they got Lou Dort, bro. Lou Dort, he's a maniac on defense, too.
Yeah, that boy Lou Dort. Harden clamper.
Y'all got to think.
I don't think me and Culture fall off, man. Me and Culture, we kind of lockstep.
Culture, he on point. He just be. I think he always crash out like towards when he make like the bold. He'll say all the right stuff, then like 50 wins. I'm like, bro.
Don't do that. I never said.
I'm messing with you, bro. But
I always said it's 6 to the 8 seed. I never said nothing higher than the 6 seed. I always said it's between the 6 and the 8 seed.
The 6 seed, that's. I mean, I'd be a good thing, but man, that's.
That was me. That was me that said third because the Sacramento Kings are in third right now.
That's wild. Hey, somebody was saying about the coach of the year thing. I think Ime can, because even the OKC coach got some votes for that. I think he came in like 4th or 3rd.
Who's that?
The coach, I forgot his name.
Dagno or whatever.
Dagno. He got, and they only won 38, 39 games. So I think turning around a bad franchise does. Like if the Rockets do make like a 6, 7 seed, I think Ime got a good chance to win coach of the year.
And
Hey
also,
man, and
let's not forget.
shout out to ESPN, man, and all these other media heads that's starting to talk about us, man. You know what I mean? I can't overlook that because they've been talking about us constantly. And gradually, they starting to talk about us more and more. If they keep doing that, we'll make some noise this year.
Let me tell y'all something. From the play-in game, from the 10th seed to the 3rd seed is just 10 games. That's it. It's just 10 games. The 38. Dallas won 38 games. Sacramento, where coach is talking about, they won 48. And they're the number 3 seed. And we talking about they're going to win 44 games. So that's not far. That's not far from the 3rd seed.
Did Dallas tank? Because that 38 games, that seemed like a
Nah,
little
Dallas ain't even get it. They didn't even get there.
Yeah, they tanked like the last half of a game, but they was just bad.
Like you said,
Christian Wood went over there and poisoned the well.
But what I'm saying is, y'all think I'm like crazy for saying 3rd seed. It's not that far. Like, it's not that. Phoenix is number 4. They won 45 games.
Yeah, but that last 2 months of the NBA was like the playoffs started for some teams. Like Lakers started their playoffs right after the All-Star break. So you got to think about that pressure of it's not what you're saying is true, but like that 10-game gap was huge because every night was you were facing a damn near a playoff team, like a contender, and they're scrapping, trying to win. So I think that our best shot at getting the most wins is going to be after the All-Star break. Because I feel like everything's going to come together after that. When they get that break to kind of relax and let everything settle in, the young guys going to be more comfortable. You know, it's like a new season there. When you can get the contributions from your rookies, when the men in camp can really be a part of the team, their level of talent, I think, can push us a couple games in. Because if them dudes ain't contributing much, then I don't see us really doing much. Because that depth thing, we assuming Cam. I don't think Cam's going to play as much as Amen does, but to me, Amen is going to be the swing player, bro. If that dude is legit, like that second unit, and he's the floor general, and he running that ship, and everybody's on point, and he's keeping them like, that's really, to me, that bench is what's going to be the equalizer, because the starter is going to be a wash. Most teams are either going to be slightly better than us or just as talented on the starting 5. It's like, what can you do on the bench?
That's where I'm at, Frank. I'm with the bench winning us games, and I'm with the defense winning us games. Being in the top 12 defense and the bench winning games. And I'm with y'all with the experience, but only in the playoffs. I feel that's only gonna come in the playoffs. During the season, we're so young and talented that we're gonna run through these teams that's gonna be resting players and sitting, and we're just gonna be running up and down the court. You wasn't here, Frank, earlier, but I'm looking at the NBA taking the same leap as the NFL did. I don't know if you remember how the NFL was an old man league, and then all of a sudden it just switched down to a young man league, and you had just a bunch of 1 year, 2 year players going to the Super Bowl. I feel like the NBA is going to take that same leap with all the old players, like LeBron is leaving, Chris Paul leaving.
I was here. I was in the audience for that. That happened with 2010, man, with OKC and them boys coming in. There was a little gradual when Kobe and them phased out. The Spurs started phasing out. That was LeBron's era. They were the young boys back then. You know what I mean? Kevin Durant, LeBron, Melo. So it's that time again. We about to get a new batch of superstars coming in.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at. I think that's where we're at right now. And then just we're gonna focus up as in the playoffs. But see, then I'm cool with that. As long as we make the playoffs, and then we lose in playoffs because of experience. Okay, I'm good with that because I understand experience is a lot in the playoffs. But during the season, man, I see us racking up wins. I do.
And let's not forget, man. These refs, I think, are gonna like us. We don't have James throw my head back and complain Harden on the roster no more. So, you know, we had refs that hated us. They wouldn't blow no whistle. We just get yammed on the other end of the court while people are arguing. And Dan Tony's flipping his lid on the sidelines. So we got refs now that I think they showing us some love on the running and hustling and playing. And it does mean a lot when the refs are on your side.
KPJ wins 6 Man of the Year or what?
Absolutely. He could play right now. He could be a starter, like Culture says. It's just, you know, next man up.
If he had any chance, if he had any chance, it'll be this year, bro.
Yeah, I wonder what the odds is on that because I'd like to take that too.
He was supposed to be he was in for the running for most improved last year, wasn't he, Frank? Remember?
Nah, I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, did we see when we did that odds episode?
Yeah, you remember we did the odds and he was like number 5, I think, for to make.
I think Udoka's got the balls. Udoka's got the balls to let him and Jalen go at it in practice and I think KPJ beats out Jalen for the starting job.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen. I don't see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah.
Politics.
gonna
We
see.
got politics still. We gotta.
You got politics, and Green is gonna get every opportunity to be the franchise
So
player.
yeah. I think that's the best way to frame it. Is like, I think he's gonna have a meritocracy, but for Jalen to fumble that bag, he really got to fumble it. You feel me? So it's not gonna be like,
Y'all don't
oh,
think
KPJ
y'all
got
don't
a
think
good
Udoka's
practice.
gonna live by his is gonna be earned?
It is, but you gotta like Jalen's gonna get the assumption, and KPJ got to take it. Basically, it's earned, but you got to go get it. Like it's not just like, oh, Daishan Nix had a better practice than Jalen Green, so he gets to start. Like it's gonna be like Jalen just got to be trashed. And for coaches, most of the stuff they look at is like if you're not hustling, making the right plays, being selfish. I don't see Jalen as that type of guy. I think he's still gonna try and do all the stuff he's supposed to do, and his talent just gotta just be normal. And I think he'll keep his spot because I just don't think KPJ is that like. It ain't like he's LeBron or something that he's gonna come in and just we gotta start this dude.
I don't know, man. He looks to be a better player than Jalen Green.
Right now, yeah, he's 23. Right, he just turned 23. He's 2 years older than Jalen. When you're evaluating these young guys, you also got to keep in line like these dudes are young, so you're looking at Jalen and Kevin Porter at different times in their careers. You feel me? So what does
that's why I
Jalen look
think
like
KPJ
as
is
a
gonna make
23?
that. He gonna make it.
But the
I
thing
think
about it,
he'll have better chemistry with Flair VanVleet, I bet.
I think the 6 man is perfect for KPJ though. I think that's a perfect role. I think he'll be a better 6 man than Jalen Green will be a better 6 man because I just think because for everything you just
Yeah,
said,
you do need to hide Jalen Green in the starting lineup for sure.
Jalen Green is a starter.
What's that?
Anywhere he goes.
You just said KPJ is like a better, so that means Jalen Green doesn't have to be that in the starting lineup because you got everybody else. But in the 6 man role, you need to have all that shit, and KPJ got that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Jalen Green sure don't. That's true. He don't got no defense.
Damn, you don't like Jalen Green, bro?
He's all offense in a quick step.
Hey, ringleader last time he said on the last stream, he said, all right, bro, if we just underachieve, do you think it's time for us to get rid of Jalen Green? I'm like, damn, bro, you think Jalen Green is the problem? Is it gonna be all on Jalen if we underachieve?
Jalen's conversation gonna come up when they gotta pay him. That's when you're gonna see what all this stuff we talking. Even though I know ringleader probably don't like him, but like they're gonna have to have these conversations.
Jalen Green, my favorite player on the team, but I was just saying, could he be the reason why we don't make that push? That's what I'm saying.
Because if he's not showing up, Udoka's not gonna have a problem with inserting KPJ, but he's not gonna start KPJ over him. Like if Green is out there bumming it up, he's gonna pull him and put KPJ in, but he's not gonna necessarily start KPJ over him. Like if that makes any sense.
I think Green gonna have a quite long leash. He's gonna have to just be bad for like all the way like till February or something before we actually see a change for KPJ in the starting lineup.
Shot? Who has a better shot, KPJ or Jalen?
KPJ.
It depends on if they hold on. It depends on if he's creating his own shot. If he's creating his own shot, it's Jalen. But if it's catch and shoot, is KPJ.
Who has the better handle?
Right now, KPJ. But it looked like Jalen's handle getting better. They almost equally on defense. It's poor.
Yeah, they're equal on defense. Both trash.
He's a better athlete.
Really? You think
Jalen's a better athlete?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Jalen's better athlete. Probably more explosive.
Who has a better IQ?
Man, you gotta think about it.
That's
Jalen ain't got more years than KPJ, so we can't talk about that until Jalen Green do at least about another year.
Well, hold up though, y'all said don't give nothing on faith. Y'all got to back it with math and all that. Y'all giving a lot of latitude to Jalen Green and assuming that he's just gonna be like having this like, oh yeah, he gonna be a starter. It's assumed like, it's gonna be.
Go ahead, Frank.
I was gonna say like once again like you can't. Like just once again, the example would be like giving a Jeff Green being better than like Jabari. You feel? I know that's an extreme example. Like you have to balance what you think guys can become because also you're cultivating them to you're grooming them for a role, right? Because if I play my cards right, Jalen can be a guy that's the guy that's going to the All-Star game for you every year. That's bringing money to your franchise and taking the last shot in the playoffs. So you have to let him grow. Obviously, like Amen Thompson is not better than Fred VanVleet, but I'm not gonna dock him for that because he's only 20 or 19 or however old he is, and Fred damn near 30. So it's a balance to it. Like you gotta each player. I think Udoka said this. You gotta look at them with a like where are they in their game and what do I want to see from? That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be about, oh man, KPJ shooting 45%, Jalen shooting 40%, so I'm gonna play KPJ. It's gonna be like for Jalen, what is he doing? Is he doing what he's supposed to be doing at the level he's at, and what impact does it have on the team? I think Coach has said this. If he got to get pulled for like a bad quarter, oh yeah, you tripping. KPJ, you gonna start the rest of the like they'll do stuff like that. But for him to get pulled like he's a bench player, that's gonna take like he just has to be bad, bro. Like lazy or just not getting it on defense. But last season, KPJ was a better player. Yeah, that's not controversial. I'm curious to see how they both come into camp this year. I do hope it is an open competition though, because I need to see Jalen under fire because I feel like the team, all these dudes feel like they deserve to get whatever they got. And in the real NBA, it ain't like that. Dudes coming for your spot like every practice. So
yeah, I don't go by assumption right there. I'm going by talent and who gets it, who understands.
Yeah, but we was a terrible team, bro. Like at the end of the day, all that talent, quote unquote, amounted to nothing. So it's like everybody's
going to
get
in wins. I'm just talking about who knows the game of basketball.
But it's
who's
also
the game going slower.
It's also the
thing about talent and potential is this, though.
Jalen Green is a second overall pick. So it's the investment that we put into Jalen Green that's going to give him the nod over, even though we paid KPJ, but it's the investment. That second overall
That's
pick.
a good point. That's a good point.
It's the investment.
The red tape.
It's the investment that we put into Jalen Green, so that's going to give him every opportunity to be. And I just think KPJ is just a better six-man than Jalen Green will be anyway. So I think it's just better off that way anyways.
Okay, so the thing about talent and potential is this. It's like a cup. So let's say you got a cup of water and both of them got 8 ounces in it. Whose cup is bigger? So that's what we kind of looking at. We saying Jalen Green and KPJ both have 8 ounces of water in their cup, but Jalen potentially has a bigger cup than KPJ. If you like that type of player,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm lost like a mud. But go ahead, bro.
He's thinking more like
has more
a volume.
Like Jalen got more upside than KPJ, basically.
Yeah. So you could pour more into the bigger cup.
Right.
I don't get that part.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about more volume.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm saying is that when we looking at it, we saying maybe I can get 16 ounces of water in Jalen's cup, and I can only get 14 in KPJ's cup. You know what I mean? But that's potentially. I said this. I was on a Greenleaf the other day, and we was talking about Jalen Green, and I said this: Jalen Green is one attitude adjustment away from being Bradley Beal or Jordan Clarkson.
Kobe, man. He Kobe.
Nah, Kobe.
That man ain't Kobe, bro.
No. You'll never see Jalen Green dunk off a drop step dunk, reverse off a drop step dunk.
Yeah,
you'll never see that. Yeah. So
I gave up on that Kobe stuff a while back for him. I think that he just doesn't have the temperament for it. He's not.
Well, if he ain't Kobe, he Devin Booker.
No.
He ain't tall enough to be none of that. He ain't tall enough to shoot over nobody without jumping to his maximum height.
Yeah, tall. He's 6'6".
Bro, he Devin Booker at least.
He's 6'6", dude. He's 6'6".
Okay. Yeah.
Have you met him? Have you seen him in person?
Yeah, I didn't meet him. I didn't see him in person, but I went to the game. And if you look at Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr., Kevin Porter Jr. looked like he like 6'7", maybe 6'8" even. But he's like 2 inches taller than Jalen Green. Kevin Porter Jr. is almost 2 inches tall. If you look at Kevin Porter Jr. next to LeBron James, Kevin Porter Jr. is like an inch or two shorter than LeBron James. Trust me, I go to games all the time. He's like almost 2 inches taller than Jalen Green.
I counted it at 2. I don't think Jalen. I think they lied on Jalen's height. I think he's more like 6'3" or 6'4".
Nah, I think he's legit 6'4.5", 6'5".
Maybe 6'4", maybe
KPJ probably like 6'6.5" almost.
They got KPJ at 6'4", and they got Jalen at 6'6".
KPJ like 6'7", 6'8", man.
KPJ ain't that tall, bro. He ain't that tall, bro.
Trust me, man. Now, next time he play LeBron, because, I mean, this is something you can do. Next time KPJ play LeBron, look at him next to LeBron.
Or just get on YouTube.
But look, look what you're doing. LeBron is only 6'7", so 2 inches under LeBron is 6'4". You know what I'm saying?
6'7".
6'7", 6'8".
When did he shrink?
That's always been his height.
Nah, he about 6'8". Some people say 6'9", but he about 6'8".
I ain't gonna lie, LeBron be looking big as hell on TV.
He just so wide, bro. He look like a monster because he's so wide, bro.
So
LeBron like 6'9", 6'8".
Oh,
LeBron like 6'8", 6'9".
Shut up, Frank.
KPJ is like 6'7". Yeah, right, Paul. KPJ like 6'7", maybe 6'6", 6'7".
Nah, he's
Jalen
6'4".
Green.
Nah,
Who, KPJ?
KPJ 6'4".
Nah, child, please. Jalen Green.
I'm telling you what he is. He ain't no 6'6", dude. KPJ's not no 6'6".
Nah, bro. So anyway, Jalen Green is maybe a little bit taller than Bradley Beal.
I think you might have seen KPJ when he had that big fro with that little dangly thing in the front.
that little dangly thing gave him 3 inches. Right.
He gotta be better. He got to be
You
better
can watch
than
KPJ when he go to the goal. I mean, he just way bigger than Jalen Green. You can see him when he's dribbling the ball.
I think they about the same height, bro. I think they about the same height.
Okay.
Let's say they about the same height.
Let's imagine that they the same height. Okay. So Jalen Green
way shorter.
Jalen Green. If Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. is the same height, then I'm out on Jalen Green. Because he played way too small for Kevin Porter to be drop stepping with 2 hands on people, boom, and Jalen Green got to run and jump his full strength.
And that's what I'm talking about. Jalen Green don't have the IQ or the basketball sense that some of these other players just naturally have.
Nah, I think it's gonna come. It's gonna come with time and experience.
Nah, Scoot's got it right now.
But he's a natural point guard. He's been playing point guard since he was 5, bro. Of course, he's gonna have
that's
that.
That's what I'm talking about.
But Jalen's not the point guard. He don't need to be that. Jalen is going to be like a weapon. He's just going to he's going to have to play some defense. But
so he gonna come out and play Kevin Martin.
He just got to come out. He just got to come out and just ball and get us a bucket. He's going to be that bucket getter. You know the roles that we have, like we was trying to establish. He's going to be that bucket getter. The way he's going to negate his actual worth is if he don't become at least league average defensively.
Time out. That dude said Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Jalen Green ain't averaged 25 points last year? How many points he averaged?
He averaged 22. He averaged 22.
Averaged 25 points. 22? And then don't play no defense. That's Kevin Martin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how he's gonna lose his value. He's gonna be able to get a bucket with his quickness, with his shot, even though it's kind of sporadic sometimes with shot selection. He's gonna be a bucket getter. We can see that he's gonna be able to get buckets. Yeah. Where his negative impact is gonna come is on defense. If he don't he don't need to play make, bro. We got 2-3 point guards. He ain't gonna need to play make. He's gonna need to play make in certain situations, like if they're double teaming him. Can he find the outlet? Can he be quick enough to beat the double team to pass it out? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm talking about.
But for the most part, he's gonna be that scorer. That's who he is. That's what he is.
That's who he is.
You know what I'm saying?
He just gotta get.
I would venture to say that's all he
shot
is.
Selection. His shot selection.
Hey, hold on.
Is his shot? Hold on, brother. His shot selection is the biggest thing that's his downfall. It's not his athleticism. It's not his his skills. His skills is right up there with KPJ, but his ceiling is higher. I don't know who said that. His ceiling is way higher just because he's taller. He's more explosive, and he just got it. He just got it. If that makes sense. And KPJ is nice, but KPJ is more all around. His game, I feel like KPJ don't reach his ceiling. I don't see Jalen Green.
Nah, I wouldn't say KPJ reached his ceiling, but it's because he haven't been under a structure yet to actually utilize him in the right way.
All of y'all gonna see KPJ explode this year. Y'all gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
He haven't been utilized in the right way.
They can trade Jalen Green.
No, man, we ain't trading Jalen Green.
All of y'all gonna see KPJ explode this year.
Yeah, you laughing?
Hey,
Pause.
Watch, he's gonna ball better at that. Hey, if he has the same role, as Jalen Green, which is just to score points, he's going to do it way more effectively and efficiently than
That's
Jalen Green ever
but
could.
nah, I think you misunderstood what I was saying. I'm not saying Jalen Green is only going to have to score points. I'm saying when it gets to that point where when he's in his prime and we're in the playoffs and you need that dude to just go get you a bucket because all the schemes have been ran out. You done seen his teams 6 times in a row already, and you just need somebody to go get you a bucket. That's going to be Jalen's role. But while doing that, he is going to have to play some level of defense to keep himself in a positive to even be on the court in crunch time. He can't be just a liability defensively. Because
like he has been letting people get 20 on his head.
I mean, that's how a lot of them guys started off. Booker wasn't he wasn't no lockdown defender. Levine wasn't no lockdown defender. Even Kobe in his younger years, he wasn't no lockdown defender. They got to figure out that stuff out. They got to. It's more want to. Do he want to be that guy? Do he want to be good on defense?
It also is IQ though. You have to be smart enough to know what the intricacies of and break the basketball down to that science. That's how.
So you saying you acting like Jalen Green is just a dumb jock? Like he ain't be able to. We seen him actually start playmaking a little bit more at the end of this year. It's just we didn't have a true system to where you see this, then you go there. You see this, then you go there. Like out of this system. And now that we have a system, this is what I was trying to tell y'all. Now that we actually are running plays and actually got a system, these guys are going to have to learn on a curve to where these other teams been running systems and been getting these reads and reacting, 2-3 years already. They're a little bit further ahead of us. And we just haven't seen Jalen be in that position to actually do it. Now, this year, we come back after this year and he's just looking like he's just going to tunnel vision. He's not expanding his game any, and he's not looking to. We seen him in LP pick and roll. He was a better pick and roll handler than KPJ.
Yeah.
So if Jalen Green only get to be Zach LaVine, if that's the level he get to in the next 2 years, can we win with that?
Nah, he gotta be better than Zach LaVine.
Yeah, he gonna have to go.
He got to be closer to Booker.
He got to go.
He gonna have to be closer to a Booker type player.
Yeah, he got to go.
He be closer to. And that's the point I was making is that to me, and I don't want to just say that Zach LaVine don't got that killer mentality, but I think it's a level that Jalen Green got to get to, attitude wise, that's gonna push him from being a possible 6-man. Because to me, he's still in that, if you make that one attitude adjustment down, he's gonna be Jordan Clarkson or Jamal Crawford. You know what I mean? If you make that one attitude adjustment up, he's gonna be on Zach LaVine, and he'll have to go 2 attitude adjustments up to get to D Booker or Bradley Beal.
It's defense, bro. I think for him, it's the all those players. What they have in common is they can't play defense, and for him, like if y'all watch the videos that I make, I always say like scoring. Even though it is a valuable skill set in the NBA, it by itself is not something that's going to keep you on the floor. There's a lot of guys who can go out and get you 30 points on a given night in the NBA, but like I said, when we were talking about the half man during the playoffs, like the dudes is going to play is the ones that if you're not a liability, I think what you say, EF, is correct. The outlook for him is still within range where to me his low high end, which is like to me where if he didn't reach full potential, but he just don't crash out, is the Zach LaVine, which is like the 3rd best player on the championship team. The high end is going to be that Devin Booker, which is that guard that like you've seen how Devin was performing in the playoffs last year. Like he looked like he was the best player in the world for that stretch, so they got knocked out. Like dude was damn near averaging like 40 points, playing defense, making game-winning plays. And like Space was saying, Devin been coming in like, but the difference is one thing I know about Book, he been a dog since day one, bro. Dude, dad played overseas. He a student of the game to the utmost. So because he doesn't have the
Jalen's not that.
Bro, relax. He doesn't have the athleticism Jalen has, so he has to rely more on his skills and his footwork and his post game and all this stuff to be good. So I think, like you said, bro, it's attitude, and I think we got the right coach to get the best out of him because I feel like he's been skating on his athleticism and coming out of AAU culture where they don't really emphasize some of those things like a post game for a guard, like we seen with Kobe and Dwayne and all the two guards coming up. MJ, like you have to have a post game. These kids ain't got no post game. It's all about dunks, getting downhill. So if he can round out his game where he can score from any spot, and I think that's where KPJ got him because KPJ is a little more polished, but he's, in 2 years and a year, I think he'll catch up to him, like as far as overall skill set. Then where he clears him is the athleticism and the God-given abilities that Kevin Porter does not have. And that's what you got to bank on is like, I can teach him all the stuff KPJ do. I can't teach KPJ to have that explosiveness, that first step, be the leaper that he is, get to the, you know what I mean? So that's the
KPJ is all that.
Hold on, bro. Hold
Nah,
on. We got us a super chat from DJ Generation. He says y'all are making a lot of assumptions based on bad coaching and a bad system. They are starting with a technical blank slate this season. That's basically what I was saying. He echoing what I was saying. Appreciate that $5 super chat, DJ Generation. That's basically what I was saying.
What is win prediction, bro? Since is that what he's talking about, the wins? And stuff?
Well, I think he was going off of the wins and a lot of things that, like saying Jalen can't do this, he can't do that too. But we haven't had a true system for these guys to actually learn basic stuff.
So is he saying we're going to see a lot better, or is he saying we're making assumptions as in they're a lot worse than we think they are?
No.
Yeah, I think he's meaning that y'all like y'all making it to make like these guys are worse. Like how you were saying Jalen can't do this and stuff.
Okay, so he thinks we're going to get a lot of wins then. Cool.
No, I think he thinking we're gonna be better. Of course, like I'm with y'all on that. I'm just not on that high end with y'all.
I think he's saying that we ain't gonna play no more AAU ball, so you're gonna be able to see Jalen Green play defense both sides of the court.
I'm saying that even we could take it both ways. If we starting with a technical blank slate again, other teams ain't scrapping their whole systems. Other teams are not getting over bad coaching. Other teams already got those things in place, and now we're just starting to get those things in place. So I like the whole jumping up to 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th seed. I just don't see it. That's part of the reason why I don't see it, just like DJ Generation is saying. But let's see what he really mean. He's saying I mean you can't judge how KPJ and Jalen gonna play or what their potential is until they play under Udoka. So
basically saying you can't judge them off of last year.
You
judge them coming now
because it's they do. Right.
And we also seen Jalen Green play defense, so it's not like he can't play defense. When he actually wants to play defense, he's actually a real good defender. And I don't think the Joker is not gonna have him playing nothing but good defense. So I mean, time is going to see. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like he can't play defense or doesn't want to play defense. He can actually play defense when he want to play.
Yeah,
defense. I don't think nobody was playing defense last year. You know what I mean? So it's like, but like the dude said in the super chat, we're gonna see. We can't judge off last year, and it's gonna be a fresh blink. So everybody's saying the assumptions is, look how he was last year. I don't see the big leap. Fuck last year. We can't go off last year. Do we have the talent? Yes. Are we gonna be a top 12 defense? I think so. Do we got a good coach? Yes. So the sky is the limit. Do we got a bench? So the sky is the limit.
That's he clarified saying as far as wins, I think we will be a lot better. But I'm like Ghost, y'all are jumping way up on playoffs.
Hey, I kind of low key got pushback for that. I kind of low key feel like, if you a basketball eye, you kind of look at it and you say, I can judge based off last year. I can judge and say, you know what, these guys are in a bad position. Who thrived in that position? What did they do under pressure? What did they do from a bad position? Now I can look at it and say, what's their potential in the good position? And from my eye, they both did kind of the same thing in a bad position. They both had games where they was doggish and played up to their potential, and both of them had games where they slacked off and didn't play defense and sat in the corner and cried. And so what I'm looking at is saying, just KPJ got more potential all around game. Jalen Green got more potential as an explosive scorer. And
superstar
what
level.
What we can say is, we don't know what Udoka's going to use him for, but I think we got a good idea of what they both can do and how good they both can be, which is why everybody was like, they'll be a perfect, tandem together. But
I look at
we
it.
don't know what
I look
Udoka's
at it
gonna
kind
do.
of the opposite way. Truthfully, like I don't know how they look in a good system, so I can't judge them. You know what I'm saying? Yet, so once I see them in a good system, then I will know their true uh, ceiling, and I know their true worth of what they can and can't do when they are in a good system. Then I can be like, okay, they're doing this right. They are in the system. Now I could probably project it out. But right now I can't project out anything because we haven't seen them in a good system yet.
Yeah, they play pickup ball.
We just seen them out there just playing. Like once we do see them in a good system and we do see like progress, we do see them make certain reads. Yeah, of course they gonna make certain reads on the fly, like playing pickup ball. You know when the double team come and certain things. Well, when you see like cross court skip passes over the, you know what I'm saying, and you see this guy back cutting. That's like system already set up that they see this already before it even coming. Like don't give yourself chance to get double teamed. Even if you do the double team do come, at least you know where the outlet pass is going to be in this system to get that guy a better shot at scoring or either swinging it around to the guy that's going to get a better shot selection. How many like Frank did that one video on like extra passing, like secondary assist points, and we don't see none. We haven't seen none of that, bro. We haven't seen none of that here. Like people just getting pocket assists. Like
we haven't seen it consistently.
No, we haven't. Like, and that's
we've been one of the worst passing teams for a couple of years. I think what to Space's point is it, and like to him, it can go both ways because there's some guys that when you bring in more structure, they're actually worse. Because some players do thrive on bad like that AAU type like that. That's where they can get off on because it plays to their own like selfish tendencies. And some guys, when you ask them and approach them, hey, can you do this for the team, they kind of shell back a little bit because that's not really. And I think that's going to be a tough adjustment, especially for Jalen and Kevin Porter, because ever since they shut Christian Wood down at the end of the 21-22 season, it's largely been about the two of them. Like, they went on that crazy run where they was averaging like 29, 30 points apiece. But I seen, I was looking at the stat, everybody else suffered, and we lost damn near every game. And then coming into this last season, they've been the primary focus of our offense, to guard centric offense that Coach Salas ran. And for all these guys, I don't think like Jabari and Tari, I don't think they're gonna have a problem because they never were that prominent. I don't think Shangun's gonna have a problem because he was never that prominent. Can they? And this is what either of them, can you take a step back and be like, nah, bro, it's not about you. And can you stay engaged and play defense when you only scoring like 15, 16 points when you're just averaging 22? So I can see it going both ways where a Coach Udoka system, even though it may unlock efficiency and wins, it may not serve everybody to their own individual needs. So that's going to be tough.
So Tank, I don't know if you were here for this earlier. What is the identity that you would try and build with this roster that we have?
As far as just collectively?
I know that we don't have. I know y'all saying we don't have nothing to go off of. We never seen none of them play together. We don't know what to expect. But if you were Raphael Stone or if you were Udoka right now, and you saw who you have, and you've got clear video, you ran the tape on each player in different situations. What kind of identity or culture would you build with the current roster?
I think for a young team, you got to start off with just effort. They got to be like on both ends of the court. You got to run, use your athleticism to your advantage. I think OKC is a good blueprint. OKC made the leap defensively. That's really what, like, I think y'all been talking about that is that defensive leap. That's the blueprint, bro. Like, you got to turn up on defense, and everybody that's on the court got to really buy into defense. And, we don't have an SGA, not yet anyways, but that team, they just work together. Like any night, it could be somebody dropping 30 on you. And SGA was just their best player, and they had a natural hierarchy. For us, I'm worried. The only worry I would have is if with Dillon Brooks, like I seen a little tweet that said that The reason the Memphis wanted to trade him was because that he was saying he was not going to stop taking shots or something like that because he felt like he deserved, and he said that he feels like he could do more as far as his shot and offensive creation. That's a red flag for me. I got, you know what I mean, I got to see that. Fred, I'm not worried about, but Jalen, Dillon, you feel me, Shangoon, like Kate, like we got to, if these dudes don't, like, they all got to buy in. Like, all right, bro, you're not the guy. And we might not know who the guy is. Maybe Jabari's the guy. Maybe Tari's the guy. Maybe Cam. I don't know. But I think we got a bunch of guys who think they them, and can Udoka make them be like accept the team concept, and that's really what's going to determine their success. Because to me, an ugly world where they fail is when they just ball hog.
Yeah.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you think they should be, first of all, two-way players is the identity you would go for, and then on the offensive end, and then it would be a cultural thing of next man up. No
Next
one
man
man
up,
is
yeah, just
bigger.
team ball. Next man up, pass the rock, share, just play. All the stuff that you want to see from like a Popovich team, and that's why I'm glad we got a pop coach like Space appropriately named this. That's the identity, bro. That Spurs type of basketball.
Okay, Spurs. That's what I was thinking too. I just wanted to confirm that you thought that as well, because I was thinking like the championship Spurs when Timmy and Manu, and right when Kawhi was coming in with Danny Green as the shooter and Marco Bellinelli.
Yeah, that's the team, man. The Spurs, hell, the Nuggets. You know what I mean? The Nuggets is a good. I like their roster. It's just I like teams that play. Everybody knows their role, and we was talking about with all the talent. Like talent is good, but it can be a barrier. Like if you don't know who the hierarchy is, and we've seen that ruin good teams where guys, oh, I gotta score, no, I gotta score. Like sometimes I'd rather have one superstar and a bunch of role players and just go to war with that. Because at least I know where guys gonna be rather than have a bunch of guys who think, oh, it's my turn, your turn. Let me do that. So
But
yeah.
see, Frank, that's why I think we got something special because I think we do have that type of hierarchy. Our players do know they do know their role. Like KPJ does know he's the sixth man. He does know he's coming in behind.
You sure, bro? I don't know if he.
Well, like I said earlier, I think he knows his role because Fred VanVleet came in as a championship point guard. If it was like men they were trying to put in front of him, I think he would have some type of animosity. But since it's a proven championship point guard, I think he's okay being that sixth man. He's already paid, so I think he's okay with that. Tari, we know Tari's gonna play his role. He's gonna be mature enough to play his role. So I think our players kind of do know their role. So it's just like we're deep, we got talent, and we got like chemistry to the point where like they all like each other for the most part.
You think KPJ is comfortable with Jalen Green taking his starting role in shooting guard?
Dude, he's not taking his start. He's not taking the start. He's not the one that took his role. I just told you, Fred VanVleet is the one that took his role. And yes, he's gonna have to be. He doesn't have no choice. Jalen Green, bro, is the second overall pick. There's no way they're gonna put KPJ over Jalen Green. There's no way in hell. He's gonna have to suck balls for them to put KPJ. And like I told you last time, bro, for everything that you're mentioning about KPJ, that's what makes him the perfect sixth man, bro. That's what makes him perfect to come in at that second unit to be that spark. To be that all-around player, to be that spark. Jalen Green might not be able to do that coming off the bench as a sixth.
Nah, he wouldn't. I'll tell you right now, he wouldn't be able to do that.
He wouldn't. So that's what I'm saying. So we need KPJ at that six-man role. That more than we need him to be the starter. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I got you on that.
All right, fellas. We're gonna have to go ahead and wrap this one up. We've been going at it strong, like 3 hours and something. Final thoughts. Frank, you got any final thoughts?
Nah, man, I'm with you though. Appreciate all y'all coming through, man. We probably need to. I love your setup, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You looking.
Appreciate
it.
To
go on first take in the morning, bro. But yeah.
I like everything but that Texans shit. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Hey, watch yourself, man. Watch yourself, man. You can't come from my Texans, man.
That was fucking.
I just want to revisit this. That's my thought. I want to revisit this in like,
we will.
I don't know.
You wanna do on the you wanna hop on Restream next time, Frank, or what?
No, that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? Just we could probably y'all like doing these little like talk sessions once every couple of days or whatever, maybe once a week or something like that. I like this.
We're gonna need to see who has bragging rights by December.
Hey, we
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
We gonna start making a mental note, or I write it down in a notebook.
Yeah, write me down. You know where I'm at.
I'll write it down and see exactly where y'all at, so we can come back in and be like, "See, I told you so. I told you so." Yeah, man. But chop shop,
down. I'm
man.
ready for that.
Hey, appreciate everybody for coming up,
Oh,
man.
can I ask Frank a question real quick?
What's that,
Is Frank still here?
Frank?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah,
What's
go
up?
ahead.
Yo, did you hear what Stephen A. Smith said about the Rockets, or was that bullshit?
Nah, what'd he say? I didn't hear anything about.
Okay, maybe it's bullshit then, because I heard he said that we got like the best. Everybody's got to look out for the Rockets. That like we're coming for the championship.
Nah, that ain't Stephen A. Maybe
Oh,
Stephen A.
I
Smith.
gotta find it. So somebody posted that.
Stephen Naismith.
That's what shocked me. Is Stephen A. Smith
What's
says
Jamie Foxx name when he be that?
Yeah.
Hey, can anybody
Foxberg.
confirm right quick if Alperen Sengun got 2 inches taller? I thought I heard something about that.
He's
He
6'11".
said it.
Oh, that's confirmed.
What is?
Yeah.
I mean, Space. I know you, bro, but to me, like, what does that mean, bro? Like, is that gonna make his feet better? Like, I think.
Well, let me say this. What I learned when I was playing basketball was you beat your man by 2 inches of difference. So the fact that he said 2 inches taller, that means a lot in basketball terms, because all it takes is 2 inches to a ball, 2 inches to the rim.
Nah, but
or
that's
2 inches on the closeout.
wingspan, bro.
Right.
Like, to me, that's really what's more important. Is not. That's why Tom Lord is 6'9", is one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Yeah,
Because
but
the man got like a 7'5" wingspan, and I think it's not out. They got some T-Rexes out here, bro. Dudes that'll grow, but they got short arms. If
Yeah,
his
but your
arm
height-
length,
Your height
if
is
his
gonna
arm
get
length
you,
and
your height is
grow,
gonna get you higher regardless of your wingspan. Your height is still gonna get
nah, because
your arms
defense is
higher.
360, bro. You talking about vertical, maybe slightly, but I'm talking about can you affect shots at all angles? Because you never just block a person just straight up and down. You're
But look, Frank,
sideways.
if you're 2 inches taller, that means your shoulders is 2 inches taller. So your arms
Not
is 2 inches
necessarily. Not that wingspan, bro. Once again, that's like some people have. If you grow in your knees, that ain't really giving you more length in your arms. So
If
I
you're doing
just
your
want
knees,
to.
you grow everywhere else,
It's
though.
still 2 inches on your fingertips. So if you're looking at verticality, and no matter how you grow, if you grow 2 inches and your verticality is at, let's say you 8'4", close to the rim, and you grow 2 inches, now you're 8'6", where your verticality just went up 2 inches. So that allows you to impact shots at the rim a little different, and then. It's everything. 2 inches is everything when you're growing, man. It's just you imagine a guy like Paul George who was 6'7". I mean, Paul. You imagine a guy like that was like 6'7", and he came in and he got to 6'9", and how much of a better player
Yeah,
he
but his
was at 6'9" than
wingspan
he
grew
was at
too.
6'7".
That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying there's people that grow without their arm. Like if his, I would rather LP be 6'9" and his arm length, his wingspan grew 3 or 4 inches than his actual height, because that does happen too. So to me, that's all I'm saying. Like people keep like, oh man, grew an inch. Like okay, what does that mean for
though.
the
It
game?
definitely matters, Frank. It definitely matters. 6'9" to a 6'11", that's a big deal.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I think what Frank
But
is really
y'all-
talking about is like more like on
height over
closeouts and everything like that. Like if
The
a
99% the other stuff you ain't doing when you jumping straight
like
up and down at the rim.
verticality is not
He's still gonna
everything.
suck on defense, yeah.
Like can you get in there and poke a ball out from that ain't gonna help if you just because you grew vertically.
Hey, did y'all see the? I sent y'all a clip one day of a dude running up on Dillon Brooks in the airport. Have y'all ever seen that one? It was like a fan, and he saw Dillon. He was like, "Oh man, that's Dillon Brooks." And then,
Yeah.
It was when he was still in Memphis. And he
Yeah, I
went over
seen
there.
it.
He was like, "Hey Dillon." And he was like, "Hey, what's up?" He was like, "Man, you got to pass these niggas the ball, man. You can't be
He
jacking up
started
all them
laughing.
shots."
He started laughing.
Yeah, he just started laughing.
Yeah, man.
All right, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna shut this one down, man. Y'all been, bro. I can sit here and talk basketball with y'all all day, man. It's like barbershop talk right here with the fellas, bro. But man, appreciate everybody for coming out, man. Frank, you got something you dropping soon or not? Frank, you still with me?
Frank left. He gone.
Oh, Frank bailed out.